strongest style of pro wrestling podcast. I am your host, the living legend, Logan Hurston. I'm of course joined by my co-host, the gimmick killer, Cooper Prater.
Everything, including holy sanctity of marriage, is evil.
And he is a giant. The man with the greatest combination of last names in wrestling history, Mr. Jack Rhodes Dudley.
I am so tired today, but I'm going to still spend 3 hours talking about junior heavyweight wrestling with y'all because that's how much I love this show. That's how much I love this game. But it was a rough one today. I felt like fucking Jesus. I can't even. I felt like Sasuke,
he can't even make a joke.
Yeah. Okay.
Jack, I feel like the past 5 of your intros have started that exact same way. I am tired of wrestling.
Yeah. Oh man, I love wrestling. I'm tired of work.
That's
in
right.
life. But I am happy. This is a good old time. Let's get on with it.
Yeah.
Get on with it.
To quote Jonathan Paycheck, take that job and shove it.
No, you feel like Ishii. I'm a sad man. Write about me for whatever you want. In that one pic, you know what I'm talking about? That joke fell flat. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, I know the picture.
I was talking about Jack. Jack is just stared at me. He's like, "What are you talking about?" Welcome back.
I have no time for your maymays.
Maymays.
I honestly just couldn't hear what you said.
That's fair. Let me move a little closer. Welcome back. We only really got one news thing to talk about this week, and Cooper maybe, kind of, sort of, led off with it. The marriage of one Io Sky, also known as Io Shirai, if you're cool like that, and Naraku, also known as Evil, if you're cool like that. It's been, we've mentioned it, I think, multiple times in passing or jokes or stuff on the podcast. Famously, I think the episode of WrestleMania 41 or 40, whichever one that Evil worked Michael Oku on a Defy Indy because he wanted to watch Io wrestle at WrestleMania. Yes. But it still is cool to see it go public. I mean, I don't really care that much about their private lives because that's their private lives, but it's nice to finally get an acknowledgement of it. And crazy, I want you all to remember, long-distance relationships can work, and this is the proof. 10 years in 2 separate countries, and they were loyal till the end, man. Your dreams can become your dreams, all right? You can make them true.
So many Zoom call, Netflix watch parties between the two of them. I can only imagine that time.
Oh, I'm just honestly, it puts me at ease. It makes me feel less vitriol towards him. I'm like, I can't be mad at love.
You're like, oh, he's a person.
Right, you can leave my beloved Shinnihan Ichiban for many reasons, but I can't be upset if it's for love and for marriage. I can understand. I hope that they have amazing life together, and I hope, selfishly, that they both get on the cutting list soon and start a New Japan respectively.
Let me tell you, brother, Io's not going to be on the cutting list. But no, I think it's pretty awesome. I think Evil is hilarious, and all of his responses in that presser were hilarious. She gave some poetic answer of why she liked them, and he's like, she has a smart mind. Or he's like, what did you come to WWE? He's like, fame, power, and something, money.
Right.
Based. I
appreciated his kayfabe, resentment still of the Goto Revolution.
Yes.
That was funny. Yeah.
Goto. Yeah. It is crazy that Goto is just like Dr. Love over there. Like
he's an inadvertent matchmaker.
He's the Cupid of Japanese pro wrestling.
He is.
I did see somebody compare this announcement with Shingo Takagi and Natsupoi as flirting versus harassment.
Yeah.
That's true. What do y'all like? What do y'all think? Do you think he could find Yoshihashi love someday? Is that outside of the realm of possibility?
Yes.
In a good and just world, yes, it is. Yeah. That fucker needs to die alone.
That is crazy.
What if it was like? Sorry. What if it was like something you'd see in like an old cartoon? Like he finds a woman for Yoshihashi to marry, and it's just a woman who has Yoshihashi's exact face, but with blonde. Looks exactly like.
It is crazy that, like, of all the people, Evil hasn't found his own tag partner. Somebody, you know, some things are too hard even for a mere mortal like Goto.
Right.
But yeah, Goto.
Yeah, he had that shit on.
He did.
He did. He was looking sweet. He was looking
velvet
sweet.
Suit, brother.
Yeah.
Bro,
I think that's they got married and he looked hype.
Did you see too that they've already started like a couple's Instagram page just ran by EO?
No, I didn't.
They were waiting.
It's like EO Evil staff or something like that.
That was the whole motivation behind the announcement, was just so that EO could finally get this couple's account.
That's so funny, man.
Yep. Did you see the thing where they were like, who made the first move? And then they sat there like in 30 seconds of silence, and she like laughed at him, and Evil did not want to admit that he made the first move. It's like, all right, buddy, we know.
Some people have speculated if they've been together for 10 years, there was like I think that was the year when Naito and Io respectively were the wrestlers of the year for Tokyo Sports and did like the presser together. So maybe Naito gave a shout out to his boy. Yeah. He's like, y'all be good together.
Y'all be good.
Oh. Wait, there's even more important news. Sorry. I just was scrolling through X and I saw Carlito and Damon Kemp were backstage at the Ring of Honor tapings, Fightful Select.
Dude, am I supposed to remember who Damon Kemp is?
That's Gable Stevenson's brother.
Yep.
Oh, that is
former No Quarter Catch Crew member.
Right,
Damon
yeah.
Kemp.
Was he?
Yeah, you watched NXT 2.0. What are you talking about?
Brother, that's...
you were
like, you said that, and I'm like, I remember this guy now, but, like, visually, like, I'm blanking out.
Drew Gulak and Charlie Dempsey.
He was in that...
good guys.
He was in that group.
Famously,
he had he was in the Diamond Mine. He had an ambulance match with Julius Creed.
Was he Diamond Mine? I thought
he
was a little too late for Diamond Mine.
No. He was Diamond Mine and he left. Are you sure?
Diamond Mine lasted longer than I thought, I guess.
Yeah, so Diamond Mine lasted after Stokely left and Strong. They still had it with...
And Hachiman, who won the triple... Who
did.
Yeah, 2026 champion Carnival winner.
Yeah, it's Hideki Suzuki, right? I'm not...
Right.
Okay, because you keep calling him Hachi Man, which is... but I'm like, I'm making sure I'm not, like, going to mess up this day, because I keep...
Yeah.
I mean, I don't remember him being in No Quarter Catch Crew.
You're
Was
allowed
he
to
in
mess
No
up
Quarter Catch
Hachi
Crew?
Man, at least.
He was the brother of
No,
Gable
it was
Stevenson.
No, I'm sorry. It was definitely the Creeds. Wait, shit. No, I think that Coop is right. The Diamond Mine was just just Roddy.
NXT 2.0 nowhere.
I'm looking it up. That's the reason.
No, dude, no. No. He became a member of the Diamond Mine in May of 2022, bucko. That was the height of NXT 2.0. I remember that because that was when it was all terrible, and I was the only one watching it on the pod.
I don't care whether or not he was in Diamond Mine. Was he or was he not in No Quarter Catch Crew?
He was. You're right.
Okay, then fine. What are you fucking getting on me about?
I'm not. Well, he said he wasn't in Dynamite. I'm like, Dynamite was there because they had the ambulance match. It's like one of the few things I remember.
I was just stoking. The purpose. I was pitting you both against each other.
Yeah.
Who knows more about NXT?
I guess I forgot. I mean, I just think of. Yeah, he was there with Gulak. I like blank out that time with Gulak a lot because I'm like, I just can't even.
That's crazy. That was your boy.
I know. That's why I blank him out. That's why I'm like, he has to be like, I have to forget. I have to forget everything about him. I can't allow myself to remember. He has to go the way of Marty Scurll and David Starr. I cannot remember any of them. I want to like, when I remember wrestlers, somebody's gonna say it to me, and I'm like, who?
Yeah. You gotta have like the Winter Soldier code word.
Yeah, you have to unlock.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just haven't heard his name in so long that I genuinely forgot he existed. I don't think he's been in wrestling for like 2 years now. Like, I don't think he's done anything. Or if he has, I haven't seen anything from him. He's not even in GCW, brother. Everybody's at GCW.
Ring of Honor tapings right now.
Yeah, well, everybody's backstage at Ring of Honor, bro. It's the top brand. Ain't that right, Cooper?
Everybody's backstage because they have like 15 matches on every card.
That's also true.
And most of them are whatever.
To get out there, yeah.
It's true.
I will say Carlito makes sense because the Colognes have been working
Yeah.
with Ring of Honor right now. So.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be shocked if he got like.
I like cool. I mean, it is Caribbean cool.
That
is true.
That's for sure.
He'll probably get like an Honor Club match. I mean, Ronda Rousey got an Honor Club match, so like it ain't out of the realm of possibility.
Yeah, don't put anybody on that shit.
Yeah. The diehard Carlito fans are gonna subscribe.
Don't put Shinya Hashimoto, Charlie Cole, or whoever the fuck on Ring of Honor right now.
So, Cooper, what Ring of Honor matches from Supercard did you watch?
Oh god, I watched everything except for the Bandito, Blake Christian, the fucking 6-man belt match, and the survival of the fittest.
Okay, well, I only watched 2 matches, and I'll tell you why. So Supercard came up, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna watch this live, and I'm gonna take like a free trial or subscribe to Honor Club, whatever. You know me, I'm a loser for yes. You'll love
spending your fucking money
every once in a while.
Bullshit, on complete bullshit.
I was like, I had a free trial, and I was like, okay, and I went to do it, and subscribed, and it wouldn't work. It just did not work at all.
There's the universe trying to send you.
Yes, they were like, you do not want to watch the show. It was like, I've subscribed, and then it's like, won't show me the show. So then I'm like, well, maybe it's like a problem with Apple. So then I went like online, and the same thing. And I'm like looking this up. I'm like, are other people like having this problem? And sure enough, there's like multiple people being like, yeah, I've subscribed to Honor Club, and I just can't watch anything. And it just says you can't watch anything until you subscribed. But I subscribed. Finally, Ring of Honor sends a tweet mid-show. And they're like, I heard a number of you having problems with this thing. And here, respond to this. So I was like, here. I'm like, I guess I'm not watching this stupid show. I'll watch a better show. I'll watch the Super J-Cup from 1994 instead. I'm going to watch it anyway. But I'm like, I'll just watch this tonight. Instead of watching the Ring of Honor show, we won't talk about it. And
what matches did you get to watch?
So finally, I got an email back from them, and they were like, they gave me a My AEW password for just Supercard though. It's only a link to Supercard. Okay. And they gave me like a refund or whatever. And I got
VPN that.
Yeah.
Say that you're in Belgium or whatever.
True. I got to watch Davis Julia. I'm pronouncing that right? Joa. Because that was the main match I wanted to watch. And then I saw Blake Christian and Bandito come up, and I said, all right, back to Super J Cup. Because I said I am not watching that. I don't care what Cage Match gives it an 8. There's no way you're paying me to watch.
I got an 8 on Cage Match?
Yeah, it's got like an 8 point something.
Impossible. I refuse to believe.
And then I was like, I'll watch the main because I wanted to. I thought there was a chance. I don't know why I thought there was a chance to see Athena drop the belt. But I was like, oh, maybe. But anyway.
Why did you think that?
Well, that's about part of my point. Is like, this was the most nothing burger show, like, of the match I watched and the things I witnessed. Like, was there anything good, Cooper? Like,
Mark Davis versus Joa.
That was it, yeah.
Match of the year. I love that match.
Me too. But like, other than that, like,
yeah. Other than that, this show fucking was either nothing. I felt nothing, or actively quite bad. I thought this has also one of the hands down dog worst matches of the year. It I mean, like, should not have been, I think, allowed on a pay-per-view card in 2026. And the fact that it was is really bad. This, look, man, I've given the Tony Khan ROH era, I think a reasonable amount of leeway, and I've set my expectations accordingly to where they are. I know they're never going to get a TV deal. I know that, they're going to be a place for, enhancement talent to, get 10-minute matches in against fucking Jay Lethal and whoever the fuck, right? Like, I get that. And there's a place for that kind of show in wrestling. And if it actually created a decent AEW development pipeline, even in the form that it is right now, I wouldn't be mad at it, but it isn't.
No.
And I don't think it's going to be for quite some time, right? It just feels like this purgatory. They send the people who, quite frankly, aren't good enough, for the most part, to get on AEW TV, and some people who are good enough, but that are not so active and hot that they, that they need to be on AEW TV. So they will, keep them hanging out here for a while too. People who don't feel like they really have an ambition for more. So like, it just doesn't result in an interesting wrestling product.
Yeah.
From any perspective. And, like, the first couple of pay-per-view shows that they were running through this, like, at least those had the benefit of having, really fucking good matches on them.
Yeah.
Like, genuine, like, matches of the year contenders. But like, now at this point, everybody is so checked out. And the handful of spots really that are worth being on an actual pay-per-view card are the fucking loans that they get from AEW and CMLL. So like, I just don't I think it's probably best that we just move on from any kind of idea of ROH as a proper, brand in wrestling anymore. This whole experiment, it just hasn't worked out, and that's fine to admit. I love a lot of Ring of Honor stuff. Clearly, fucking the Spirit Pro ring in Fire Pro is basically my fucking Ring of Honor ring. But those days are gone. And that's fine. I've accepted that.
It is crazy that they brought back like the good Ring of Honor ring for like the worst pay-per-view they've done in the Con era.
I know. Don't remind me.
What was the worst match of the year?
Red Velvet versus Viva Van.
Really?
Fucking awful. Just some dog shit.
You know what's funny? I was gonna go watch that match because I was like, well, the last time I watched Red Velvet, when the Mercedes match was like really, really good, and I'm like, I like Viva Van.
Fucking sucks, dude. It fucking sucks.
Really?
But like the Mercedes match was good. You know what I'm saying?
I don't really like.
I could have a good match with Mercedes.
Sorry. I was just gonna say I don't really like Van very much. She pops up on
neither
the
do I.
Braun
I don't think
shows
she's.
all
I
the
don't
time.
think she's good either.
So yeah, I could totally see that being, like you said, some bullshit.
Student of Rikishi versus student of Dustin Rhodes. Cody.
Dude. Red Velvet tried doing some cinema shit. Fucking was screaming at Viva Van, "You want to be the champion? You got to show me that you want to be the champion." While she's like, kind of slapping her around and stuff. To a dead silent crowd. A crowd that doesn't give a fuck about the women's television championship or Red Velvet or Viva Van. Doesn't give a fuck about any of this. And so, she's just echoing out into this empty arena, trying to desperately stir some emotion. It made me feel like secondhand embarrassment. It was bad.
Yeah, the women's main, like, normally, like, even though, like, most of these Ring of Honor stars or whatever, and I'm like, I just don't care for half these matches, there's always be, like, something I'm like, oh, yes, this is why we're having this show. Where it'd be, like, a Bandito Takeshita, they'll bring in, like, a Yuka Athena, or they'll bring in Persephone, or they'll bring in somebody, like, really interesting and give Athena these big matches, or, like, Bandito's wrestling Hechicero. One of those two are always wrestling someone that's like, this is interesting most of the time. Or something that like, and it'll end up being a good match. The last two Bandito defenses have been Survival of the Fittest, which we both watched, which was terrible, and then this one, which I'm like, no offense, I have, against my will, watched too many Blake Christian matches, and there's no way I'm watching him in a pay-per-view main event. The best Bandito matches are Bandito versus the Monster and whatever monster you put in front of him, and we're really gonna put Blake Christian of the Swirl. Like, come on, guys.
The Lethal Twist.
Oh, the Lethal Twist. Yeah, the Lethal Twist.
Don't you forget about the Lethal Twist.
And then, like, they were like, this is the first ever women's Survival of the Fittest. I'm like, I think Survival of the Fittest is not a great stipulation most of the time.
Yeah, it's like, I can name maybe like two good ones.
The what's it called? Commander TV title win.
I like the TV title one, yes.
And then, like, but that's like the last good one. Like, everything they've done since has been crappy. And like, a lot of those are like party matches where you really got to mold a lot of different styles, where it's like, with this one, it just became like a plunder match. I didn't watch it, but it just straight up like became like a no rules. I'm like, who cares? Persephone was supposed to be in it, which I think would have made the match a lot better, but she wasn't. They put in Zeta Steel, who swung a steel chair around a couple times and then immediately got eliminated.
This is the biggest indictment of current Ring of Honor that I could possibly think of. Fucking Zeta Steel is a Ring of Honor pay-per-view main eventer. Are we fucking serious right now? Are we for real? Fucking Skyflight? Fucking the other girl in Skyflight? What are we? That's not even Layla Gray? What are we doing?
My thing too is like, and I actually like Zeta. Like, I think she's an interesting young prospect and someone that, like, I'm glad AEW picked up. And I know
I don't see anything in her.
I think she has good charisma.
Okay.
But, like, come on. I also just think, like, we should not be main eventing any pay-per-view with Survival of the Fittest ever unless there's going to be a title change. And on top of that, like, they had things that were interesting in the match. Like, I would have loved to see, gosh, why am I blanking out on who was in this match? It was Steel got eliminated. Trish Adora. That's what I'm looking for. Trish Adora.
Okay.
Trish Adora had, like, great moments with Athena. I'm like, why don't we just see that match on a pay-per-view that we haven't done. That Trish has been in Ring of Honor and been in.
I love Trish Adora.
Exactly. Like, I think they would have a good match, and like, it would be cool to see two African American women main event a Ring of Honor pay-per-view again. You know, it hasn't happened many times. And like, she was the best part of the match. And she's been in Ring of Honor. She's been built up the whole. This is like actually someone who's like. Because most of the time they struggle to find women to give Athena. And most of the time they're just giving her, you know, here's someone from Stardom. Here's someone from, you know, CMLL and stuff like that. And then Billy every, you know, once a year. It's like, okay, we're going to have the Billy match. Which, again, we're 2 years, you know. Like 3 years of Athena reign. She's been a minion for like 2 years now. They've had 2 title matches. And we're still doing this. Oh, do I want to help Athena? Do I not? It's like... It's not good for either woman at this point.
No.
Like, and even
I just don't think they give a fuck about this reign, dude. They don't have any plans on who they want to take it off. Well, no, that's not true. I think they somewhere in a dusty whiteboard in Jacksonville, Florida, there is written in Tony Khan's handwriting, Billy Starks beats Athena for the Ring of Honor Women's Championship. But the problem is that they lost that whiteboard in the closet.
It got erased. Yeah.
Yeah. And also, they don't trust Billy Starks.
Yeah.
I think is the long and short of it. Which I'm not really in a position. I haven't kept up with too much of her work since the last title match with Athena, really. So I'm not really in a position to judge where she is right now as a wrestler, if she would be capable of taking that position. But I mean, it is clear, I think, that people just will forever and always associate this as Athena's belt, and also if Athena doesn't have it, well, then you have to come up with something else to give her to do, which I don't think they have at all.
Literally put her on TV.
So.
She can be on TV. The division needs more bodies anyway. Like with right now losing 2 of your biggest pillars, you have someone who's done.
Then what women are going to wrestle on Ring of Honor?
It's supposed to be developmental anyway.
Yeah,
I don't
know, man.
At a certain point, you gotta give it the old college try. You can always just put the belt on Athena or have some bigger star work Ring of Honor for a couple months. You know, they had Jericho, which I'm not that we're like loving the Jericho reign or anything, but like, if there's someone not doing anything that's a bigger women's star, you can obviously have them run to Ring of Honor. But like,
can I say also, biggest bullshit in the world at the Ring of Honor Men's World Champion is always and forever an AEW guy who is never on the actual Ring of Honor show and just drops in for pay-per-view title defenses, and that the Ring of Honor Women's World Champion is a constant presence on a developmental TV show that she should have outgrown 2 years ago.
Yep.
So.
It's just like, and like my thing is too is like, I'm even fine for them dragging it out a little bit if they had any direction with the Billy thing whatsoever. Like at this point, she should be broken off. She should be doing her own thing, finding her footing as babyface, have her wrestle weekly every week, have her win and lose and build herself up. But it's like, no, we're just going to go back to the same well and nobody's going to change and nothing's going to change. And every once in a while we'll bring in a couple new faces like My World and stuff like that, but they're not going to get anything. It's like, it feels like every belt in the women's division of Ring of Honor, like Athena's belt matters in a sense, but none of it matters. Every belt,
period.
Yeah.
Not just who's going to beat Bandito?
It's true.
Who's going to beat Sammy Guevara and the Beast Mortos, the tag champions who weren't on this show?
It's true.
Who's going to beat Lee Moriarty?
You'll hear something crazy. Sammy Guevara has, in some form or fashion, held that like tag belt for like a year and a half, 2 years now, because he held it
I know.
with Dustin. Then they relinquished it, and then he held it with Roosh, and then they relinquished it, and now he held it with the Mordos. Yeah. It's like crazy. And then, I mean, is leads perfectly into normal AEW TV because we have a normal Dynamite, but we basically have AEW versus Collision Ring of Honor. Or not AEW, Ring of Honor versus AEW Collision. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
But
which is actually a better show than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Because AEW puts on interesting professional wrestling shows.
It's true because there's actually like a focus there. Well, let's start with Dynamite. I skimmed through Dynamite, so you break it down, and I'll tell you where I was also there.
I did watch all of Dynamite. I watched it live for the first time in a while because I was really interested in specifically, how they would follow up with this Darby title reign, which I've been very invested in. I am going to pull up the official results page in just a minute. Nothing but the finest and most prescient results from Strongest Style here. Well, they have not yet uploaded the results to the official AEW website, so that is really great. I don't think so. I think the last one... Oh, no, they have. I was just not looking in the right place. Okay, so from Asheville, North Carolina, a lovely city that I've been to a number of times.
It is a lovely city. I love Asheville.
Also, the home of those rat bastards, FTR. Who are the least Asheville-looking men I've maybe ever seen in my life.
That is funny, yeah.
So we open up this edition with, I thought, a very funny video intro. Renee Paquette is outside. She's trying to get a word with Maxwell Jacob Friedman. MJF rolls in to the arena, steps out, and is trying to make his way through the arena.
Oh my God.
As he does so, he is encountered by a number of follically challenged individuals. This includes referee Rick Knox. This includes referee Bryce Remsburg. Christopher the Fallen Angel Daniels. Sanjay Dutt. John Silver. Tommaso Ciampa. And then finally, of course, none other than Ricochet. Along with the other members of the band who are not bald. Ricochet does make a point to take his hat off, specifically to show his lack of hair. And he gives Max a little bit of a pep talk. He says, "Don't worry, man. You'll look good. You'll look good, bald. It's fine. Not as good as me, clearly, but you'll be fine." And then yes, he does.
What just happened?
Logan did the Ricochet.
The Ricochet laugh. He does the Jada kiss.
Oh, you peaked. It just sounded. Or
It did peak.
It sounded like you just went. It sounded like you just went. Oh.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
So after that segment, we got into the show proper with a big party 10-man tag match. This had the World's Trios champion Orange Cassidy along with Adam Copeland, Christian Cage, and the Young Bucks versus the AEW World Tag Team Champions, FTR. Once again, hometown boys from Asheville. Psycho Killer Tommaso Ciampa and the Dogs, Clark Connor and David Finlay. Also, Cope, I guess, is maybe a hometown guy now. I think he lives in Asheville. So there you go. This match was fine. The crowd was pretty hot and into it. The biggest note from this, though, is, man, Adam Copeland is the age that he is. That brother nearly got fucking spiked directly on top of his head from a shatter machine. I think Dax lifted him up, and Cash was just like a hair too far away to really properly get him. I mean, like I think like he landed like by Cash's ankle, something like that, and his head he's just face planted directly into the mat. So that looked pretty rough. And then he had to get up and wrestle, I think, like another 5 minutes of match. At which point, him and the Bucks did the classic, Young Bucks, trios move of the triple super kick onto one guy. And the Bucks, they're masters of the super kick. They get it up there. It looks sharp. It looks clean. And I think Cope, I think his super kick maybe hit like around the tummy. I think would have been like a good thrust kick maybe, but super. I don't know that I would call it. Not too much really of note like storyline wise from this. It was pretty much just I think a good way to get the crowd hyped up with some hometown boys and a big kind of silly babyface team. Then we got, I thought, a really, really fucking great Will Ospreay and Death Riders video segment. I've been loving a lot of these they've been doing. This is, I think, maybe my favorite one so far. So Daniel Garcia introduces the cameraman to this, I guess, like rooftop training area that the Death Riders have secured. Where, I kid you not, Marina Shafir, Claudio Castagnoli, and Pac are all, I think, playing handball with each other. They're like smacking a tennis ball up against the wall. And then a little further in the distance, you see like a yoga mat laid down, and Will Ospreay is in a neck bridge observing Jon Moxley putting young Wheeler into a bulldog choke, and Mox is kind of instructing him on how to properly apply the bulldog. You have to yank his head up and then shoot with your other arm, and then really pull in. So, Will is just stuck looking at him upside down.
Before you continue, you missed my favorite part of Garcia introducing this segment and him going, "Young boy Billy is going to be wrestling tonight." And that's where we get to zoom in on this talking spell that we're going to have right here. I'll let you continue, but I really like this segment too.
Yes. Young boy Bill. They get up. Mox relinquishes his bulldog choke on young Wheeler, and he takes Ospreay over to kind of like the edge of this rooftop, and he asks him, "Hey, you remember when you won Best of the Super Juniors?" And it's a little tie-in. There you go.
Yep.
This is a real promotional partnership here. So he asks him if he remembers that moment. And Ospreay says, "Of course I do, bro. Of course I do." And he says, "Man, like, you're just flying all over the place like a bird. And it was beautiful what you were doing. You just flew because that's what birds do, is they fly, right? And it feels like it's the only thing that you can do. And now that he's grown and that life has kind of compounded all of these things on him, his new responsibilities and this injury that he's trying to work through. He feels like he's weighted down. That he can't fly anymore the same way that he used to." Mox reminds him, he's like, "Nothing's changed. That you can still fly if you want to. You just have to be a different kind of bird. You have to be a bird of prey. You have to be dangerous, and you have to really just go for it this time in a way that you didn't have to at first. It's going to take you more effort to do these things. And then he gets distracted because presumably Wheeler was trying to do some training shit, and he didn't yank the neck correctly.
Yeah.
So, he turns his attention away. Okay, he says, "God damn it, Yuta!" And so that's how they end the segment.
It was like a very beautiful, like, life changes. Like, you just went out there and you won Best Juniors. It was just like the moment. The you've worked so hard, and just that fleeting moment of capturing and doing it for the love of it kind of thing. It felt very, I hate to say this, felt very cinematic. And I hate to say this because I'm so tired of people using the word cinema and wrestling and stuff like that, but like it felt like a crux scene of a movie, like that moment we've been building up, that true, more than like any of these other ones. I really enjoyed this one, and I enjoyed him like actually because like when he said, you remember when the Best Super Juniors, I about lost it, man. I was like, of course Mox would pull that up, and like we're in the middle, and like I'd watched like 13 hours of junior wrestling at this point, so I'm like, yeah, I remember that, man. But like I really liked this point. He's like, life beats you down. You get a family. You make some bad choices. You get some injuries, you get this, and you probably don't feel like that same man anymore, do you? I kind of, because I think it parallels so well with Mox's story at the same time, like this actualization. And it worked for the actual match that, Will wrestles later on against Ace Austin. I think it was a beautiful little story they're telling right here, and I'm excited for it, especially since, like, Will, since the neck injury, I mean, he was really building mass before he got injured, and like he slimmed up a lot, getting a lot closer to where he was as a junior than he was as a heavyweight because of he's not allowed to with the recovery and stuff like that. And so I think it's interesting for him to still kind of work that style, but work it in a different way and using those Death Rider intricacies. Also, the collision segment was great, and why am I getting back on the Death Riders train? I don't know, but they just keep pulling me back in. What can I say? Against the world.
Hey, what do you mean? Were you out of the Death Riders?
I just train? Well, part of me I was like, okay, look, we're gonna do this.
It's like pretty consistently great.
It has been great. It's just like at a certain point, I'm like, okay, I think it's run its course. I'm like, no, we have so many legs. We're in the third inning, as Paul Heyman said. We're in the third inning. We have a lot more to do.
Yeah. Words that will famously never come back to us.
Right.
So, then we get a little segment with Ricochet and the Demand talking, I believe, with Don Callis. And this is where they announce that joining the Demand will be Andrade and the Dogs in Finlay and Clark Connors for that big bullshit Stadium Stampede match at Double or Nothing. So, great. Clap, get into it. Then, hey, two friends of the show on live
television. That is true.
Speedball Mike Bailey, accompanied by the Jet Kevin Knight, takes on local competitor, the Super Stud Westbrook, not BK.
No BK. Drop the B Clay. Just keep Westbrook. It's cleaner. Him throwing up the little
I don't remember shit about this match other than the fact that BK fucked up his footing.
Yeah, instantly.
But I don't care. That's my boy. I hope he fucking went up to Tony Khan right after that botch and was like, how much you want me for? Talk business, man.
Dude, this match, it was so funny. I'm like, oh, yes.
By the way, I don't work Wednesdays.
BK's awesome, man. I don't know what to tell you. When I saw it, I was like, oh, no. But I'm also like, that's like the funniest thing for him to do, man. Like,
I love him so much.
Because they were like, look at this.
He wore that bullshit here.
Yeah. They were like, look at this agility on Westbrook, and then immediately after he completely eats crap, like just like goes for some type of over the top move, lands terribly, gets back in the ring, immediately hits a kick and ultimate weapon 1, 2, 3. You get no offense, brother. I'm just glad he did not wear the baby blue gear with the tights.
It's not the blue one, no.
This one's fine. This was not great, but it's fine. You
don't mind this little like orange kind of neon number that he got?
I'm fine with it because it all goes together, like where it's like all orange and neon. When he has like part of like that, what is that? Where like you dip the thing in the water to get the pattern. That's what like all of his tights look like. It's like
the immersion
yes
tie dye thing.
Yeah. When you have that and trunks over the top, it just looks devious, man. It looks wrong. That does not look right at all. Like he has to reverse.
I think
PK's awesome. I love I love PK. And I would love, it's funny we were like crapping all over Ring of Honor, but like, hey, sign my man. What can I say? Give him a contract. You want this guy in some type of TV station in Jacksonville, Florida, brother. He'll get over there. But yeah, I'm glad Speedball, they're like, okay, we're going to give you a squash. Who do you want to wrestle? He's like, let me call up my boy.
Yeah, for sure. That seems like a Speedball call. Well, we right after this little squash, we moved straight into the next segment. An open challenge with the TNT champion, Kevin Knight, who, of course, was right there as he was accompanying Mike Bailey, against anybody from that. Could have been anybody. And who is it? But Logan, should you take it?
Who better? Than the Machine, Brian Cage, former member of the OG Hossland Wrestling Association roster.
That's right.
And would have been a member if he would have been eligible for this year's draft.
Just barely missed it.
Brian Cage.
Austin looking more like juice than I think anyone ever has in all of history of
Brian Cage
in the history of anabolic steroids.
This is true.
Good stuff.
He was already like crazy jacked, and like I've seen him now, and there's like this can't be legal. Like you cannot allow a guy to look like that.
Fun part, it's not.
Yeah, I know. It's just like, dude. But I rock with it though. I'm like. And then I love this.
He looks like fucking fake, dude.
Yeah. He looks like the episode of SpongeBob where they get like the super ripped fish, like the absurdly
The lobster.
The lobster. And it's funny because like this is how like all these people don't watch AEW. They see Brian Cage looking like that and they're like, bro, how did he lose to Kevin Knight? What do you mean? He lost his comeback? Come on, man.
Yeah. I love the Machine. Don't get me wrong.
No, yeah, I love my guy. But like,
he ain't
winning that. But yeah, he ain't.
He is also still like you wouldn't know looking at a screenshot on Twitter, but he's still like he's huge, but he's also like 4 inches shorter than Knight. So it's not like he's a he's not like a titan like crazy either. He's more like pack, if anything.
My boy's
I don't know. I guess I shouldn't be too much of a body guy, but yeah, I don't know. He's like 5'9".
My brother is 5'10". I swear, he's like 5'10". It says 6 foot. That can't be true.
No,
he's always been a short dude. I watched him on Lucha Underground.
It says he's built. It says he's billed as 6'1". There is no way Brian Cage is 6'1".
That is the most absurd thing I've ever heard.
The question is, how tall do we believe every wrestler adds an inch? Like, do we believe that?
No, it depends. It depends, definitely. Like, they obviously are billing Cage that way because he is supposed to be perceived as a monster. Yeah. I'm sorry, I paused because my wife is laughing in the other room, and I don't know if she's laughing because of what I just said or if it's something on the TV. So I was like, Sarah, what are you laughing at?
We have to know.
All right.
Special
Was it a TV? Was it a TV or was it you?
She didn't hear
Oh,
me.
she didn't answer. You gotta text her. We gotta get a live update. Boop, 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 boop. Jack will be right back to find out. No, well, I asked that because me and my dad watched that Pac and Darby match, and like he saw Pac, he's like, that guy's massive. And I was like, you know how tall he is? And I'm like, he's 5'8". He's like, that's my height. And I'm like, what if Pac's just secretly like 5'6"? He's not even 5'8". He's like lying about the 2 inches.
I mean, it very well could be. But yeah, I mean, like, I saw so many people too. Like,
It's all right, guys. She's just watching SNL on YouTube.
UK or American? Was she watching Mr. On Blast? Is that the real question?
She might have been watching Mr. On Blast. I saw it this morning, so. That was
Cooper's not tapped in.
I'm not tapped in to Mr. On Blast.
I think you would like that, Cooper.
I did like the Matt Damon auctioneer.
That was good. Yeah,
that was really great. So, but back to the machine. I've seen a number of people. I want to say, like, concern trolling over his look. And like, oh, you know, it's really good health for AEW, you know, allowing this to happen and all this sort of stuff. And I don't know, shut the fuck up, nerd. Like, wrestling's fake. Who cares? Yeah, if he wants to kill himself via, you know, steroid heart attack, then that's his business, not mine. I'm not his fucking doctor. So
yeah.
But the match was pretty good. It was fine. If you've seen a Brian Cage match, you've seen this match. I was a little. It was a little bit odd to me that he didn't go in with some, like, you know, wacky cosplay gear.
Yeah.
He would have done, but he just comes out with the young lion trunks.
That is true. Full young lioned up. You were hoping for the Stinger cosplay.
You're goddamn right, I was.
It is funny that Cage has, like, shaved into this mohawk for so long that you would think he might be going bald, but he has, like, a luscious head of hair.
He's got thick hair.
Yeah, no, he's still very full-headed man.
The best thing about this was afterwards, when, you know, Kevin Knight wins and he gets on the mic and he announces to the crowd, "Hey, give it up for Brian Cage. He gave me my toughest match yet." And the crowd goes, "Oh, yeah." And Brian raises his hand up to the crowd. It's pretty sad. Back to the tag division with E. You know, I look forward to the Murder Machines finally finishing the story against the Hurt Syndicate.
Come on, man.
What else is he gonna do? I don't know.
They're gonna actually slot him as the Doyle spot in the Davison Doyle until Jake Doyle comes back. Yeah,
I wouldn't mind it. We got the first of the Owen Hart Cup bracket reveals for the men's side of things. This one, I think, is pretty predictable.
Yeah, there's nothing.
I can tell you who's going to win this. I would say I don't mind it. You know, I've seen people say, "Oh, it's pretty convenient that they paired up people who are feuding already." But, like, I don't think it's ever been presented in kayfabe that the Owen Hart is like a randomized tournament.
Yeah.
But they have, you know, really, really great first round matchups, particularly Joe and Ospreay, that will be taking place at Double or Nothing, which I am very, very excited about. I think that is just going to be a interesting match to look at. Like, I don't know how the sight of Ospreay and Joe in a ring together is going to, you know, compute to me. And Swerve versus Bandito as well is in the first round. Mark Davis versus Jack Perry. You know, they've been running that feud for the national title for a little bit. and Claudio Castagnoli versus Brody King, which I am also 100% down for. That'll probably be a match of the year, if knowing anything with my taste. So I think it'll be I think it'll be a really good tournament. Finals will be at Forbidden Door alongside the women's cup brackets, which we will get to later in the show. Logan, do you have any thoughts on the Owen?
Yep, Ospreay wins his first round match. Davis is going to win that match so they can have the rematch so Ospreay can get his win back. And then he'll probably wrestle... I could see him wrestling Claudio as like a Death Rider's graduation story. Or Swerve so he can get that win back that he lost at Forbidden Door. And then he's going to go into All In and he's going to win the title. It's like this is the most...
Well... I said that it was really predictable. And on paper, it is. They could just not do that.
That is true. That is true.
We thought that was the path for last year, too. But then, the Hangman stuff threw a wrench in it. So...
I could also...
is it really Ospreay's year this year? Who knows?
I think it's more likely just because it is in the UK. But still... I would like to see, it would be interesting if Bandito did beat Swerve, which I don't think will happen. But if he did, we could, and Brody beats Claudio, we could have that Brody Bandito match, which would be very interesting.
Ooh, it would.
I don't think any of these, there's one quadrant that is the weak link for me. And I hate to say it because my boy's in that quadrant. But the Mark Davis, Jack Perry thing is
yeah, because he's in there with Jungle Jack. What do you expect him to do?
Yeah, and it's these guys are already feuding. We already watched this match a couple weeks ago. I don't know, man.
It's the rematch. It's the
I love too. They're we're not even gonna put Kenny in this bracket, brother.
Yeah, no.
Because a lot of people are they're gonna stack the deck and they're gonna have Kenny and Ospreay 3, as the Owen final or it does make me think that there is a chance. I don't know. I'm deluding myself, but there's a chance maybe Kenny gets another title shot and wins. Maybe MJF goes bald and then Kenny beats Darby the next Dynamite and they do that. But
he could. Yeah.
No, that is not happening, bro. That brother is not losing his hair under. I watched some of his interview clips from earlier today, and I'm like, the thing is, the reason I truthfully believe he's not losing his hair. Because he wants to go to Hollywood, and he's like, yeah, I cannot lose my hair and be bald in Hollywood, brother.
Oh, shit, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
He knows. His
future. I don't know. Everybody in Hollywood fucking wears wigs anyways, so might as well.
Will you wear wigs? Have you worn wigs?
Yeah. Then, up next, we got, speaking of young boy Bill, he had a match against the Bang Bang Gang's I almost said Austin Gunn, Ace Austin.
I thought you were going to say Austin Aries. I was like, wait, no.
There's too many goddamn Austins in the professional.
Stone Cold!
But, this match was really good. I like this. Not a match of the year for me. But it was effective, I think, in telling the kind of story that they should be telling with Will right now, which is he has to adjust a little bit. Not so much. This is don't get it twisted. This is largely the same Will Ospreay match that you can expect to see. It's not like he's suddenly gonna become like Shinya Aoki overnight, But as cool as that would be, he's gonna signal for the Oz Cutter and the Hidden Blade and the whatever, a trillion million times, and he's gonna sell a body part and then hit a really big move that uses that body part and then clutch on to the body part that he just used. He's gonna do all of that. It was fine. I'm cool with that. I don't mind that. But the big news from this is that he won this particular match a very hard fought, like pretty long match. I think this was like maybe like 15 minutes or something. Felt long, at least. Against Ace Austin, and he won it with a submission, not to the Bulldog choke that Mox was teaching him earlier, which I think might have maybe, for clarity's sake, been helpful, but with an armbar, I believe. The cross arm breaker, more specifically.
Yeah.
So Ace taps out immediately, and then who should appear but the ops of Samoa Joe, Katsuyori Shibata, and Anthony Bowens, who we gotta change something about Anthony Bowens. I don't know, man.
You didn't like his collision stuff?
Well, his collision, it's just his gear in black and white. He didn't really change his gear.
The jacket, he had the Kobashi jacket for the entrance.
Don't fucking say that.
Brother, that is, what is it?
You're going to make me mad. He looks silly, is all I'm saying. He's got to change something. I don't know what it is. I don't know if he needs to shave. I don't know if he needs to, get more facial hair. Like, do something, though. Do something to differentiate yourself.
Look.
From the same guy that I just saw feuding with Max Caster for fucking 2 years.
You got to remind yourself, Cooper. We got Shinya Hashimoto, Archie Cole. We have Masahiro Chono, Titus Alexander, and we have Kenta Kobashi, Anthony Bowens.
Yeah, that really makes me feel better.
Archie Cole. I've never even heard of that guy, and I watched him, Noah.
Fuck is Damn, we glossed over that too quickly. God. What a fucking promotion. Will Ospreay is standing there looking at fucking Anthony Bowens over there, and he says, well, Joe tells him that Will has clearly made his choice. Come double or nothing, he will suffer the consequences. But he will leave him for tonight. However, Shibata and Bowens rush into the ring and try to beat up Ospreay. But then, oh no, the Death Riders, they come in and even things up. And they both leave. But this does set up for next week, tomorrow, that Will Ospreay versus Katsuyori Shibata will be happening for the first time since 2024, I think. So
I thought they wrestled last year.
I don't think they did.
Maybe that was 2024. They all blur together.
Yeah. I vaguely remember that match being good, so I'm sure that this one will be good. And we had a little bit with Takeshita and Don Callis, and we're still fucking drawing out this Takeshita Don Callis thing, and is he in the group, is he not in the group? I thought we fucking ended this at the last pay-per-view, but apparently not. And MJF comes in, he, essentially tells Takeshita to fucking beat it, and he talks with Dawn. He says that he's worried and that he needs for Takeshita to win this goddamn match because he cannot be a disgusting, bald freak. And he says, no offense, Don. Then in an incredible bit of physical comedy, who walks in but another member of the Don Callis family, Andrade El Idolo. And Andrade, he's got that a little Peaky Blinders bullshit on. He's got the little flat cap that he wears all the time. And he walks up to Max. He's got his hair tucked into his flat cap. He takes the cap off, and he just throws around just this incredible, looks like it was like he had like just more hair just growing on the spot at moment. It was really something to see. He had so much goddamn hair, and really rubbed it in Max's face. And then the segment ended. So, and he said, "How you know?" Because I guess we need to have him say a phrase every single week that he's on for people to buy the really badly designed T-shirt that has the phrase on it. So
how you know?
It was funny when it was an accident, but I don't know. Maybe I'm unk. Maybe I'm washed. I don't know.
You're being a chud right now, Cooper.
I'm being a real chud. Then we had the brackets for the Women's Owen Hart Foundation Tournament revealed. And this one is fucking insane.
Yeah, this one's insane.
So in this particular tournament, we have in one quadrant Willow Nightingale versus Alex Windsor, which is going to happen at Double or Nothing as well. And that is probably going to determine the winner of this whole tournament. That is the match that really everything is hinging on. I feel for the results of All In. You could go either way with that, and I wouldn't necessarily be mad at either. I would kind of maybe brush up against Windsor winning it, just because I feel like if she does, then she might win the women's belt, and I feel like having if she's winning the women's belt and Will is winning the men's belt, I don't know, is that a little too saccharine for me? And I think it kind of is.
Yeah.
Just because these people are married and they're both British, I don't care. I don't care about their stupid marriage. But and I like Willow Nightingale too much. And if Willow wins, then you could make it title for title too. Willow's still got the TBS. Then in the other quadrant, we've got Persephone versus coming in from Stardom, Hazuki, which I think is a good pick. I've always really liked Hazuki's work. I think she is incredibly underrated in Stardom. So, the more chances she has to kind of get outside of that system and really show off what she can do and really get a chance to work, I think that's great. Persephone is probably going to win that, but and I would love her to. I think that they should be giving Persephone more opportunities as well. Then on the other side, we have Athena, the previously mentioned Ring of Honor Women's Champion, still going up against Mina Shirakawa, which I'm gonna be honest, probably not super into that one, but Athena's probably going to win it, which she should, and then it's really just an excuse to get to the next match, which is a real bummer for me and me specifically, because it has Sky Blue, who I quite like, versus it's Sari. It's fucking the sun god Sari.
Yeah.
Cooper booked. Cooper booked that one.
And you know who's going over if Cooper books it, brother?
Well, yeah, this one because who Cooper would book is not going over. So, but hey, interesting thing about this though is apparently fucking Saria's injured and is going to be taking a month off of wrestling. And they booked her for this fucking tournament anyways. So I don't know how this is going to play out.
Well, I think what happened was they had booked her, and then she got injured, and she's going to take a month off. But the Owen is kind of fluid. It just has to be over, obviously, before All In. Right. So I think what they might do is do some of these first matches and maybe get through the whole other block and spread it out, and then maybe have the Sari match at Forbidden Door.
Well, the finals are at Forbidden Door, so she's going to have to wrestle at least 2 other matches before then. So like if you want her to be in the final,
maybe they say we'll do whatever we will for the Sun Goddess, and we will bump back the finals because she's the GOAT.
I don't know if they're going to do that.
It seems unlikely to me.
Or they're just not going to have her in the final.
It's true.
Or she could lose to Sky Blue. Anything's possible.
Anything is still possible. The match hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
That is crazy because I think if Sari does wrestle, we're either getting her versus Willow in the final or Willow versus Athena in the final, which either or I'm
that'd be good.
very happy about. Because I think, has Athena wrestled Willow since, like, she's been champion on TV?
Well, in ROH.
Yes, in ROH, but I'm saying, like, since Willow's become this, like, big player in AEW. Like, again, since, like, their ROH feud, which is great, and a lot of people thought maybe she'll take the belt off of her, and obviously not. But I think doing that now would be very interesting. You say you think Windsor might win. I don't think Windsor has a blue shot in hell of winning.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
I think Willow's winning this tournament.
I hope you're right, but she does not have a 0% chance.
Okay.
Windsor does. It's in England. She's married to Will Ospreay.
That is true.
I think it would be too much, but Tony Khan might feel different. He's maybe he'll pray about it, and whatever the big guy says on the day is gonna go. So up next, we got a little conglomeration video package, or not video package, backstage segment. They're with Renee, and they're talking about their win tonight in the opener, and Orange, he is feeling a little bit down. I think he's worried. They haven't done the word of the day in a little bit, so they're not as motivated anymore. And then, right as he says that, who should come in? Oh, actually, no, he doesn't come in right away. They have to ruin the bit a little bit by having Roderick do his little yelling gimmick, which I can't believe that he's still doing. But he yells, "Mark!" And good old fucking chicken comes down, barking, hooting, hollering, spitting, doing all this shit that he does.
The word of the day is reunification for the conglomeration.
That's a pretty good Mark Briscoe. I'm not gonna lie.
I love my man.
I thought he was in the studio.
Jack says with nothing in his voice, he does not care about this segment at all.
No,
he said,
that's
"Move
not
on."
That's not true.
I'm glad his brother died.
Finally, you see how the shoe feels on the other foot, Jack.
Oh my god.
That's crazy, but also that's crazy. I don't know.
Hey, so take it up with Jack. He hates Mark Briscoe.
That is true. He did say that.
I didn't even say anything approaching that. Okay. But it's alright. It's alright.
Yeah. It'll come back around to me one day. I know. Up next, we had a trios match: the Brawling Birds and Hikaru Shida versus the full Triangle of Madness: Sky Blue, Julia Hart, and Tekla. This was whatever.
Yep.
They mostly use this as an excuse to keep doing the Hikaru Shida thing that I don't care about. Like, just turn her or don't. I feel like all the baby faces in the AEW's women's division are morons right now for still putting up with her bullshit. Like, just like, you guys know that you can just hit her, right? Like, that's fine. Like, if she does this bullshit, like, blind tag thing again, you can just hit her. Or if she, walks out like an asshole after you guys win, then you can hit her then too. Like, it's fine. It's a professional wrestling company. Like, then in the in the semifinal segment of the night, we got another Roosh video package for some reason. I have no idea what this is leading up to. I hope it's something big, and they have some plans for old Roosh. Spirit Pro would really love to see one of our guys get a big time push on AEW television. But if they're doing all this presentation for him just to have him squash another local competitor in 5 minutes, then I don't know what we're doing. And then your main event, it was for the AEW World Title. One champion, Darby Allin, versus challenger, Alpha, the IWGP, the New Japan World Television Champion, the Big Babe. Just kidding.
Yeah. Right.
There we go. That's the kind of reception that he was looking for. I'm
Right.
sure.
That's what he's earned this year. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, that's what you get when you slum it up with Chase Owens. This match was really good. I like.
Oh, really?
This match was a match of the year, brother.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far, but it was really good.
It's really good. And stupid Darby just kicks out of everything. We should have Big Baby as champ, personally. That's what I think. Well,
Yeah, honestly, Big Baby got fucking robbed, dude.
honestly, God.
I will say I did really dig the story that they were telling here with Takeshita's downfall is that he plays into Darby's bullshit a little bit too much. Gets caught in that. If he had just kind of wrestled his match, he probably would be champion by now. Yeah, I don't know. In terms of the Darby defenses so far, I mean, I think I still put Ciampa like way up at the top. Kevin Knight, I think is maybe a little bit better than this one. But like I said, it's a high bar. Definitely. If you watch anything from any AEW programming this week, go out of your way to watch this particular match.
Yeah, for sure. And it's the best of the two Darby defenses. Which
Yes, it is.
Quick rundown of the Collision Minute.
Collision Minute with the I guess the Global Wars, maybe.
Yeah, right.
Their little crossover show with Ring of Honor. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. This it wasn't anything super huge to write home about. It was better than I think a lot of people were making it out to be from the card announcement. Which, look, I get the card not look great certainly, but I think they, the folks involved did a little bit more to zhuzh it up. I'm pretty much just going to be going over the matches themselves, not really so much of the segments.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't really amount to much anyways. So for the World Trios Championship Eliminator match, for a shot, the AEW World Trios Champions, we had the conglomeration team, Orange Cassidy, Kyle O'Reilly, and the newly returning Mark Briscoe. Oh, by the way, this show was, I believe, in Salisbury, Maryland, which is pretty close to Delaware.
Yeah.
So I don't know. They made a big point of saying he's just down the road from here. It's I guess that counts if it gets the pop. Versus the Shane Taylor Promotions team of the Infantry, Bad News and Tattoos, Carly Bravo, the Captain, Sean Dean, and Tiger Style, Lee Moriarty. This was really, really fun. This was actually probably my match of the show for Collision. I think that they all did a really good job here. In particular, I dug Lee Moriarty taking a little segment out here to shit talk Nigel McGuinness as he was, mixing it up with Kyle O'Reilly. I just really love Shane Taylor Promotions. I think that they, have such a good energy about them, and I'm glad that they're getting more spots on Collision, especially. I know it's probably not going to amount to anything in the long term, but they are a really good team. So basically, this whole thing is leading up to the big Briscoe, fire spot. Goes for a Dre Diller, I believe, on Carly, maybe. OC dives out to the ring. Briscoe does his little Sabu chair dive spot, and then gets the Froggy Bow on Captain Sean Dean, gets him up for the Dre Driller. 1, 2, 3, and then we can move on. Up next, to reward Red Velvet for having the worst match of the year, they decided to put her in a TBS championship match with Willow Nightingale. This match was not very good either.
Yeah, I watched it.
Do you think it was anything other than not very good?
It was a match.
It sure was. Then, let's see, yada yada. Oh yes, Opthany Bowens once again, and Samoa Joe going up against the previously mentioned Lethal Twist. This time the team of Jay Lethal and Lee Johnson. So this was the first time I had seen Anthony Bowens in his new Ops attire. It is the same as his previous attire, just black and white. I think he looks weird teaming with Samoa Joe. He's got to, I just think they got to match up presentations a little bit. He doesn't even have a towel. He doesn't even have the Ops towel.
That is true.
So, which is not to say that he can't be good. And Lethal and Lee Johnson are perfectly perfunctory here. Actually, I quite like Lee Johnson. I think he's got a lot of upside if he decides to stick around this company that refuses to push him anywhere past a developmental status. But nonetheless, Jay Lethal tries to get Samoa Joe in a figure four, but Joe pushes him up, gets him to go clean the clutch, and Bowens has Lee Johnson, I think, in another submission. I forget. Oh, I think he's like kind of like yanking on his arm, and the Ops win. So there you go. A little 5-minute eliminator women's tag match squash for the Divine Dominion against local competitors. Allie Catch, friend of the show, maybe, possibly, I don't know. I don't know if I want to claim that one. And Kaya McKenna, who I've never seen before in my life. Again, Allie Couch to AEW. Swole refused to talk about to anybody, but goodbye once again. Then we have trios match. This was the Don Callis family team. Mark Davis, it was really more the Dogs team with Mark Davis versus the Rascals. I actually didn't watch this match because I can't fucking stand the Rascals. So, and I doubt that even Dunkzilla could get me into that. So, I guess, blah. The main event for this edition of Collision was, of course, the much ballyhooed and talked about AEW World Title defense for no countouts. The champion Darby Allin going up against the Spanish God Guevara. I didn't think it was, anything like super crazy. Oh, I think I just cut out for you guys, so that's fine. So I'm just going to keep talking for a little bit. Okay, cool.
It did for a second. We're good.
That's what I thought. Yes, I saw a look on Logan's face, and I was like, "Oh, shit." So, I didn't think it was that notable, but yeah, I thought the match was all right. Not quite. Definitely this is on the lower end of these Derby matches so far. They do some crazy shit with a ladder and a table, as I'm sure you could infer from both of these guys that they would do that. Wild that. It just reminded me once again that it's fucking crazy that Sammy Guevara is a pillar of AEW. So,
yeah, the Spanish god, and his gimmick now of just saying "numero uno," that means number one. How did you like his promo things that he did?
I didn't watch them.
Okay.
Does he still have the theme that goes Sammy Guevara?
Guevara. This is my moment of the butter.
He knows that's all he's got.
Sammy Guevara.
That and his little John Waters mustache that he's got now.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
he does. Yeah.
Oh god.
It's
God.
crazy.
What an awful career Sammy Guevara has had.
I do think it was.
I saw that brother wrestle in the Tokyo Dome.
That is true.
Oh Christ! What match was he in at Dynasty?
Sons of Texas.
And Dustin.
Oh my God! You're right.
Against
Conor. Holy shit! That was one of the best matches of the night.
Well, yeah, because it had Kanemaru's show in it, brother. That's why.
Yeah.
No.
It was better than Scapegoat showing.
That's true. No, Sammy G is just like every time he's on my TV, I'm like, all right, man. We really put so much stock in this guy for him just to. Nobody cares about him.
Be who he is.
Yeah, be who he is. He was like, I was a star in AEW before I left to do my tag stuff in Ring of Honor. I'm a multi-time champion, winning championships all the time. I'm like, brother, you won one championship multiple times. You didn't win them.
So we're a juiced up double lifer over.
Yeah, I did enjoy. He said that he would still shave MJF bald when he won the match, but he was going to give him a fade, which I thought was a little funny.
Sure.
Imagine. Do you see that they're selling MJF bald shirts?
I did. She actually is maybe leaning a little too hard into that he won't.
But
for me,
if I agree, but also if people in the front row of Arthur Ashe are wearing Louis Armstrong.
Louis Armstrong.
Yep. Are wearing that shirt during that match, it will be a moment kind of thing. I need one person to just be wearing that giant. Plus, it's just a very funny image. Like I would.
If AEW knows what they're doing, they'll hand them out.
It's true. Honestly, I wouldn't buy it because it's from Pro Wrestling Tees. But like, if that was like a $20 shirt, I'd probably buy that because it's just like it's a funny image. It's an ironic shirt I would wear. You've seen my shirts, man.
Oh yeah.
They're nothing that great. So I would wear like giant bald MJF as a joke. But
you wear completely unironically.
I didn't hear what you said. I'll be honest, you cut out for me.
Oh, I said unlike your Gabe Sama shirts, you wear completely unironically.
Yeah. The Gabe Sama. That design makes me laugh so much, and I'm like, look, it's a terrible shirt, but there's
Have you worn that in public since DPW?
Oh yeah, I wore it to Disney.
Oh great.
He did. He wore it on the day we went to fucking Epcot.
Yeah, there's a picture of me in a Braves hat and that shirt. I think that shirt is so bad that it makes me laugh, and I like to wear it around Jack to make him uncomfortable.
He does.
It's like a piece of like the MJF bald one's like funny, but like the Gabe Sama shirt is so absurd that I had to own it so we would know as a document that it exists. You know?
Right.
I still can't believe...
Because otherwise, I would have never... I think you might have been like the only guy that ever bought it.
There was one other at DPW. There was somebody else who also bought that shirt.
I remember.
Which is crazy. The two people in America who own that shirt, me and this other guy.
You both convened at the same time.
We're both hog dippers, brother. But yeah, that's AEW. You got the card pulled up for Double or Nothing, or do I need to pull it up?
I can pull it up right now.
Yeah.
I saw while we were talking.
First I have to make
document. Officially now the highest, I think the biggest gate.
Domestic gate, yeah.
Yeah, ever besides the All In. So that's pretty cool. It's not more attended than the Dynamites they've done in Arthur Ashe, but I guess, biggest gate. So cool.
Yeah. How do you feel, Jack, about Naraku darkness mogging Tony D'Angelo while Cooper looks up this card?
I haven't seen this. I have not seen this.
It is so funny that your quote-unquote guy from NXT, Tony D'Angelo, is champion at the same time Evil gets there. We will be watching...
quote-unquote guy. I think he's good. I actually like him.
We will be...
He's a good...
Sorry, go ahead.
He's got a... I was just going to say he's got a real amateur background.
That's true. That is true. And he does do the Sopranos gimmick. All NXT shows are free on YouTube. So if they do run Naraku or Evil versus Tony D'Angelo,
oh my God, they're on YouTube
for
now?
free. Yeah, for free. So we will
always
number 2 promotion
network day after.
Yeah. We will, if they are free on YouTube, like I'm pretty sure they said they are, we will have to watch that Evil D'Angelo match.
I'm going to be watching all the Evil singles matches until they... I'm at least going to watch the first one.
He's already had the first one.
Oh, the squash match? I mean that title match.
Yeah. Also, friend of the show, Nikki Blackheart, debuted in a dark match in NXT tonight. So, you guys got to see a
damn it.
You guys got to see a blue chipper prospect before she was signed up by the big corporation. If
only Tony had been there in Norcross, Georgia.
That's true. I don't know if it's a temp name or not, but she's now going by Martinez. Just Martinez. Or maybe Nikki Martinez, I don't know. Also, apparently Leon Slater is not 100% done deal with WWE. It would be the funniest thing if... Dude, I'm just saying, if he somehow signed to AEW, I don't even care what he does. Just the fact that he was on John Cena's retirement show and then signed to AEW would be the funniest thing ever.
Yeah. I have complicated feelings about Leon Slater.
Well, maybe he's like, I don't want to take a 50% pay cut, and I'll just go.
Maybe. Good for him.
Maybe.
Yeah, good for him if he's yeah.
He's like, I'll go hang out with Kevin Knight, my boy, on that roster. You know, him and Knight are, I think, pretty close. So they were hanging out a lot during Mania weekend. And they got Will, and then they were one step closer once we signed Slater to signing the real talent, Drilla Maloney.
Hell yeah. That's right. Talk to me when they get Drilla, man.
I'm gonna hit that Drilla, right?
Oh, they got his dogs for real.
That's true.
Yeah, you gotta reunite them.
All right, read me that car. Rapid fire predictions here.
All right, gentlemen. Double or Nothing, 2026. Presumably, they'll add in 4 other matches by the time that we're done here. But as of right now, card starts off on Wikipedia, probably not in real life, with for the AEW International Championship, Kazuchika Okada, the champion, versus Big Babe.
Big Baby.
Okada wins, bro.
Oh,
What did Cooper say?
I think Cooper, what was your pick?
I haven't made my
Alright.
official pick yet. But I think just for shits and giggles, even though I know it's probably not likely, I gotta go with the big bait. All right, so up next, we have for the AEW World Tag Team Championships an I Quit match. FTR, the champions, against Cage and Cope. If Cage and Cope lose, they must retire as a tag team.
Cage and Cope.
Yeah, I guess, Cage and Cobra gonna win this one.
It's CNC all around. Up next, in a real clusterfuck of a match, Stadium Stampede, the team of Jericho, just Jericho, the Hurt Syndicate, the Elite, consisting of Kenny Omega, Jungle, Jack Perry, and the Young Bucks, versus the Demand, the Don Callis family, consisting of Mark Davis and Andrade El Idolo, and the Dogs.
The Darks. Give me the baby faces so Jericho can finally have a win. Sadly, I don't care.
I've got to go with the absolute objectively wrong pick of the Dogs because they're my dogs for real, and I need them to get a substantial win, even though it'll never, ever happen. They're coasting. It's coasting season.
Hey,
waiter, more coasting, please. Yeah, as much as I would love to go with my heart rather than my head and join you, Jack, I do have to, unfortunately, rally around for Chris Jericho.
the Darks.
All right, up next, in the grand tradition of the AEW Women's World Title four-way match, early this year.
Yes, we are.
Yes, the champion Tekla defends her title against Hikaru Shida, Jamie Hayter, and Chris Statlander.
Tekla.
Yeah, Tekla's not losing the title yet. Well, she's still gotten so popular. Yeah, she's gonna retain, I think.
We all agree that Tekla is retaining the title. Up next, in the men's Owen Hart Cup quarterfinal match, in one of them, at least on the show, the leader of the Ops, Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe, versus William, Young Boy Bill, Ospreay.
Young boy Billy.
Yeah, you have to imagine Ospreay's taking this one, even though I assume we're gonna lead to another three-way. I hope we do not tie in this fucking predictions again.
You know, part of me really wants to be a fucking contrarian here and say that, oh, the more interesting story would be if he loses. But, I mean, I can't.
It would be more interesting.
Yeah,
he's saving his big first loss for when he loses to Newman.
He's already lost.
They're saving his biggest loss.
That is true.
Kill you,
next,
man.
in the next men's Owen quarterfinal match, the most wanted Bandito versus the most dangerous AEW Swerve Strickland.
Most dangerous.
Yeah, you have to think again that Swerve is winning right now. He's only at the beginning of this renewed heel push, so it'd be a bit of a weird time to have him drop lost to Bandito of all people, even though he's goated.
you know, I don't care. I've seen the brackets. I see the future. Give me the fucking Brodito explodes match. I want Bandito to win this.
Nice.
All right. Up next, for the women's Owen Hart Cup quarterfinal, the only match of that bracket on this particular show, Willow Nightingale, CBS champion, going up against a brawling bird, Alex Windsor.
Give me the babe with the power bomb.
I'm picking Windsor.
Ooh, Ascension.
Yeah.
I am also going to go with my heart and head and go for Willow. And then, of course, in your main event, the title versus hair match for the AEW World Championship champion Darby Allin versus Maxwell Jacob Friedman.
Sadly, I have loved this Darby run, but they're already his body was failing him against Sammy Guevara, brother. So that makes me think that Big Hebrew is getting that belt back. 3 by 30. Sorry.
No, you're fine. They do always sort of... Yeah, they've telegraphed the Darby sort of title losses earlier with stuff like that, like you said, him getting tired and by over extending himself. They did that when he was a TNT champion back in the day. But I don't know. I don't know if it's just because here's the thing, like, I feel like this bald thing has been built up too much now to where, like, I don't know if for
have to, right?
I think that they either are going to do it now or are going to have him win here, but the stip will come back again some other time. But just for the sake of taking the under and hoping that I can win out in a big way, I'm going to pick Darby because I think there is a bigger chance that he retains here than people might think given the stip. And it would be so fucking funny if that is what happened. I really hope that it is.
Jack, you and I are of the same...
Yes! Yes!
I also think that Darby is going to hold on to this for at least a little bit longer. He'll probably lose it on Dynamite or some shit. But most specifically, I think that Max is too much of a student of the game and too much of a diehard fan of classic bloody lucha apuestas shit and Southern Territory shit to not follow through on a real chicken shit heel getting his comeuppance and being made to look like a fucking idiot in front of everybody. I hope that I'm right about that and that I'm not wrong and that he thinks that he should be cool and win the belt again. So.
That's fair. But moving on from the land of giants to the land of the juniors, it is time to talk some New Japan Pro Wrestling.
The island of Japan.
The island of Japan. Well, not all of Japan, because I had to watch so much New Japan, I couldn't watch the real main event in Japan of this week, which was Shane Hayes versus Kenta, so we'll have to talk about that next week.
Champion Carnival.
Nah, who cares about that?
Oh.
I saw that they did a huge number because was it Anzai was on The Bachelorette or something?
Yes, he's on the Japanese Bachelorette.
Apparently they did the highest number for the final in years because he was on The Bachelorette and it was a bunch of women in the crowd. So good for AJ. Good for Zinni Han.
I know they finally know what they're doing.
But yeah, in New Japan Pro Wrestling we have been kicking off one of the, of course, most prestigious tournaments that the Cerulean Blue has to offer. Best of the Super Juniors, 33. And we are 3 shows in now with one coming up tomorrow. And honestly, I have thoroughly enjoyed this tournament so far. You never know quite how much you're going to like a tournament, I feel like, until a round robin, until the booking becomes more apparent. Because even with high match quality, I could get last year matches were good, but I was frustrated by how it became ridiculous 50-50 booking the entire time where nobody looked dominant. That could still happen again, but so far all the matches have really been hitting for me. Especially night one. Night one was an amazing show, top to bottom. I liked everything on that card. I think it was. I think I told Logan and I told some other friends. It really, probably the best top to bottom show they've put on since the Tokyo Dome.
Well,
IMO. I really like what Fujita's been up to. I really like a lot of stuff. There's a lot to talk about, and for once, it actually. It turns out that Logan, my boy, has actually watched the entire thing, so I'm not going to be talking about it to the ether this time. So, Logan, why don't you...
That's fantastic. I will let you two do that while I go make some tea.
Yeah, go ahead, Cooper. Okay. All right. Best Super Juniors 33. We both watched night 1. And you said top to bottom. I do not agree top to bottom because...
Oh, no!
We started this show with Jacob Austin Young versus Taiji Ishimori, which was just fine. It was whatever.
Yes. Jacob Austin Young truly is the Jacob Austin Young.
Like, I'm happy he's getting his shot, He's been this guy in Japan, and he's worked around, but, like...
He is bland, isn't he?
Yeah, he's got nothing, man.
He's got nothing. He should be, like... He needs to join the ridiculous, like, fucking... theater boys troupe of United Empire that Jake and Akira are in now.
True.
He needs to start acting ridiculous. He needs to be like, he could be like a pirate or something. He could be the pirate of United Empire.
Just bring back J Cafe.
Silent pirate. He should bring back J Cafe.
I mean, at least he's got the coldest white boy in the game, Zane J, accompanying him for J&J Squared.
That's true. That's true.
But
I do like how Jay is always there at the corner of everybody.
It is nice. Ishimori obviously beats the dangerous JAY to get his first 2 points. Then we move on to what some are saying might be match of the tournament. That is the House of Torture Explodes show versus
this is awesome.
Yoshinobu Kanemaru. Yep. With the coolest shirt that is already on Token Shop.
Dude, it's so fucking cool, yeah.
It might be mine soon, brother. I'm not gonna lie.
That's shit.
What was it?
So
go ahead.
Oh well, I was just gonna say this. It started with Sho doing like this big long, drawn out promo of he was like saying that him and Kanemaru are gonna put on a match, that is gonna be rival. Well, no, he's saying that he wants Kanemaru to lay down for him.
Yeah.
And then Nobu does not, and it devolves into absolute like roll up madness where they're both just trying to find the most bullshit ways to get wins over each other, and barely any actual moves are taking place. It's very fun. I enjoy that kind of stuff. I feel like the thing that's frustrating about House of Torture more than anything is just sort of the sameness of what they do in their normal matches. So things like this don't bother me at all when it's got a fun, unique gimmick to it. I'm not like anti any bullshit in pro wrestling. Far from it. It's just when it starts to become the same thing over and over and over again that it's like, oh, okay.
I love stuff like this where you have faction stuff, especially because like the house can they play off of what everybody else was just doing, like these like we're gonna do these big matches against each other where it's like we're just trying the absolute most BS. Like this match ends in a DQ because Kanemaru spins onto It spits onto the ref, but
Marty Asami, right?
yeah, if I remember correctly.
Um, but yeah, that it's funny too because fuck, what was I thinking? I totally lost my train of thought. Oh my god, fuck me. Um,
It's funny because that's what you were saying.
I know that. No, I know. I know. Let's just move on. It doesn't matter.
You're gonna start talking about this next week. I gotta shut the door. But the next match was, the Big Gooch, Ryusuke Taguchi versus Daiki Nagai.
Yeah, this was like I said, this one was good too. I mean, I'm really liking the guy's work so far in this tournament. You know, he's filling in the like young lions, and he still is technically one. Never get wins when they are included in the round robins, but everyone's giving him a good showcase. I especially loved his showcase we're talking about in a second with Teton. I thought that was he got some really fiery spots in, and as always, he's gold on the mic. If you listen to backstage comments, and the guy is he's smart as a whip. He's really funny, and yeah, I think he's a great. He's not like the absolute golden prodigy that a guy like Kosei Fujita was as a young lion, like we talked about back when I was first joining WWE GL. But he is very good, and like I said, he is clearly a guy like guys like Fujita and guys like the KOB, who I don't think they'll struggle finding a character or personality. He knows who he wants to be, and so I'm excited to see his growth in this tournament, and likely I assume he'll be going on excursion soon following Kato and Morishima, so there's a lot of exciting things in Daiki Nagai's future. As for Taguchi, they are doing what they normally do at Best of the Super Juniors and heating him up a little bit. Normally, 99% of the time he's just doing his goofy comedy spots and not taking it that seriously, but he always does try and lock in for BOSJ. He even took to the mic after this match in backstage comments, and he said, like, he took it very seriously. He said, I don't normally say this anymore at this point in my career, but I'm going to win this thing. So it's cool to see Taguchi be heated up a little bit. He's still a damn good wrestler when he tries. I mean, to be honest. Yeah. He's really good. And I feel bad that y'all were making fun of him last week when AEW did the Best of the Super Juniors promo for Nick Wayne.
It is just funny knowing that, like, most of the time he is treated as like straight comedy.
Yeah.
They're like, but
when he takes it seriously, he's fucking good.
He is good.
And this was
I love the Funky Weapon. He's been like some of my favorite. Like, I really enjoyed this match. I think, first of all, I really like Nagai's new shirt. I would wear that. They need to put that in Token Shop. And I really like the story of him, like, scouting his opponents and trying to do a hot start and, like, trying to put the pressure on because he knows he's not.
He's trying to find any way to get the dub,
Yeah, which I really made me enjoy a lot of his matches and look forward to, like, every time he's going to wrestle. I'm sure he might pick up the dub against the Dangerous JAY or something. I don't know.
I remember now, funnily enough, what I was going to say because this reminded me of the same thing. One thing that I really like about this tournament so far is that the junior tournaments can sometimes be annoying, and I'd even argue you would see some of this in the retro show we're about to watch, even though Super J-Cup is an absolutely groundbreaking piece of work. Nowadays you watch it and you're so used to the style, and you watch a show that long. And it's true of a long, tournament too. It's just like these guys are all doing very similar shit, and it's just you start to telegraph everything, you get used to it, and get a little exhausted by it. But this is a junior heavyweight tournament through and through, but there's all kinds of different things happening, different angles to people's runs and different matches. There's the House of Torture environment, which is what I was saying, like Shon Kanemaru made me think that it's good to have comedy stuff in a long tournament like this. And then too, I mean, you've got your absolute spot fest guys like Nick Wayne and Robbie X and shit in there. And then elements like Daisuke Sasaki and Jun Kasai doing their sort of unique brand of wrestling that they've built over the years, and bringing that into Best of the Super Juniors, which is very different from the in-house junior heavyweight style. Akira has added this edge to his game, and all these cool things. Like it's not like sometimes in Best of the Super Juniors where you'll watch a million really good high spots matches. It actually feels like a very exciting variety show this year.
Oh, for sure, for sure. And then speaking of variety, Hyo versus Yo.
Oh Christ. Kyo is Cooper back yet?
No.
No, he's not. Okay, well, I wanted him to enlighten me a little bit about this Dragon Gate fucker. I don't know if I like Kyo. He's
I'm conflicted too.
Yeah, and I can say this as like a genuine like a real
Ally.
I'm well, yeah, sure. I know the culture. I've grown up around surrounded by queer people. I'm very put off by Hyo. That is he is a bit much for me. I think that's what I'll say. I think he is a bit much for me.
You
And I
know,
don't think wrestling is all that good either so far.
I actually didn't mind his wrestling when he did. I think
Really?
it looked good because he didn't really get a lot in this match. It was like a 2 minute match. And he was also wrestling. Speaking of little freaks, Yo is
Yes, he did mention that.
the Playboy, with his Jeff Jarrett style gear. But I think his entrance music and entrance specifically when he runs around the crowd is electric.
That's true.
I really like his entrance. I, I was I was really thrown off by his gear. It was like
Yeah,
white
yeah.
lace and then the cap
He's
thing
oiled
too.
up, too,
He is
yeah.
oiled up. He win the body thing for New Japan this past
Yes,
season?
this year I think that's sort of how they found him. He won Concurso this year, the bodybuilding competition, and fair enough. I mean, he's got an amazing physique, but yeah, he's also I don't know. He's a little. I don't want to be mean, but seriously, it is just a little bit much for me. And he does the black card gimmick too,
Does he?
with the crawling around the ring.
Oh well, that's because he's a cat.
I know, but it made me think of Leo.
Yeah, he does a little bit close to like a.
Shake my hand. What if he started doing shake my hand and that's the Super Junior?
That'd be funny. It is like a furry gimmick almost, which is very.
It's very similar. And that might be part of it. Yeah, it's just
I think that's the part.
it's a lot. It's a lot going on.
Yeah, that's the part of it that like makes me personally. I'm not like, look, that's a float your boat, man. For all our viewers who are furries, it's fine, but it's not my thing at all, and I don't like watching it. Because he holds his stuffed animal in his mouth half the time. But I don't know. He looks cool when his attire the next night I think was better. It was very off putting. I was like, what am I watching? Like the first time I saw
Right.
him. But moving on. Call me Nick Wayne.
Dude, nothing hit harder than waking up early, early that day and being greeted with "Call me Nick Wayne. I'm about to go insane," while I was like half asleep sitting on the couch.
And then
I like Nick Wayne.
I like Nick Wayne too.
Is that bad?
No, it's good. Nick Wayne's
I-
good.
I actually liked this match. This was like I sort of mentioned these two specifically a second ago. This was absolutely like a two white boys going crazy sort of match.
I still don't like Robbie X, man.
You
At
still
all.
don't. He's if you, I don't know. I like Robbie,
I don't like
but
Robbie.
I totally agree.
at all. I think he looks like you're off put by. I'm like off put by Robbie X every time I see
That's
him.
fair.
Like
That's
his
fair,
build
probably.
is just like crazy. Like he's stout, but like not in a good way for a junior. Like he does all the flips, and I'm like, all the guys do the flips. You don't do them better than anybody else.
Right. Right.
And I'm like, he's just a bald British guy. Like I think he should be getting as much of the JAY treatment as anybody. He should be having 0 points right now. I don't want to see him win matches at all. But I mean, maybe it's just
you
me.
might. I mean,
About
fair,
Robbie
fair.
X.
Yeah, Robbie X.
Robbie X, not Eagles, who's having an amazing.
No,
tournament.
we
We'll
love
get to in
Eagles.
just a sec.
Cooper, can you enlighten us about Dragon Gate's Hyo?
I was just telling Logan. Like I'm like a serious, queer man. I have grown up or not grown up, but I have spent much of my life in very queer circles, and Hyo, I fear is too much for me. I think he's a lot to look at.
Sure.
He's a lot to deal with.
He's a lot. Yeah. Hyo's been around for a little bit in Dragon Gate. I think, like his look is very kind of like, I guess Chippendales is kind of
Yes.
like the reference he's
He's
going
like
for.
mad.
Yeah, I don't know. He's a male stripper that wrestles. I don't know what's not to get about
Well,
him.
Weird.
Really.
Yeah.
I mean, whether or not
he
that's
brings up
your thing is
It's
up to
not
you,
the
I guess.
Chippendale part. I actually am fine with the Chippendale part. He's
Logan's
got a crazy
bothered by the furry implication with the stuffed animal.
and him holding
Oh.
in his mouth and acting like he's also a cat. I'm not for enough.
Yeah,
I'm just
he's a cat. He's a cat too. Yeah.
yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot of different
Yeah,
things.
he's a cat and a male stripper. Yeah.
You know what he reminds me of? The girl
What
from
was it?
Darkstalkers.
I don't even know what that. I don't know what that is.
The fucking
Felicia?
fucking game.
Felicia, I think is her name.
Yeah.
Where she's like a cat girl and she's wearing like incredibly skimpy clothes.
I'm. You ain't gotta tell me about Felicia.
You know.
Yeah.
Like I'm like that's
I see the comparison you're making.
yeah. Hyo's that in male form. I actually don't. I just like. I actually like. I was
Also, if he was a Chippendales dance.
yeah. I'm not put off by it as much as Jack. The first match I was like really thrown back. I was like, whoa, what am I watching? But then by like this. But the second match, I was like, okay, I understand this guy better and I like him more. And he got to do much. He had wrestled Yo in his first match, so it's like, all right, you're getting full. Like,
Yeah, like how much can you really?
he got like the flash pin on, and and the few moves he did, it was very short too. It was like 2 minutes, and the few moves he did look good to me. And like, Jack didn't like his Blackheart Leo Rush crawling around the ring. I like that personally. But
He's a cat.
He's cat. They also ended the match with them kissing, and then Yo passing out and had to be like lifted out.
I didn't see the kiss. Yeah.
That was
Yeah, I
funny.
didn't mind that part. That was
He said that's my favorite
Yeah.
part.
I'll say this: like Dragon Gate as a promotion leans very, very, very heavy into the kind of Fujoshi fan base, and a lot of their guys play very like done up versions
Yeah, sure.
of themselves for that kind of response, and they get a little silly sometimes, but the parallel of that is that the crowd, the Dragon Gate crowd, really does love a lot of these guys.
Yeah.
And
They're food joshing out.
Yes, for sure. But also they appreciate them as performers, and they have a connection to them. It's weird transferring, I guess, that kind of style of fan and of wrestling to appeal to that kind of fan in a different promotion with entirely different kind of metrics for how to do that.
Yeah. I mean, it's almost like we talk about back when we did the Lucha Underground episode. I mean, you couldn't pluck one of those guys out and just put them wherever. It's just they have their own style in Dragon Gate, and it's got its own fans. But yeah, it's cool that he's over here. I can't say I've been a big fan so far. Before we move on to the sixth match, we skipped over. I just wanted to mention in the X versus Wayne match that there is one great moment where they do the Adam Cole Ricochet spot, but Nick Wayne actually lays the super kick in fucking crazy, and he kicks the shit out of X, and then he posted the bruise later. He
gave
I can't believe he didn't get a concussion. Jesus Christ! Dude, he did because it was catching the moonsault with the super kick. That's the spot I'm talking about, Cooper.
Yeah, I imagine.
Nick Wayne.
Yeah, so
Nick Wayne tried to save me.
Pummeled him. Yeah.
Tried to save me from watching more Robbie X minutes. Take a couple matches.
He's trying to take him
out. But Nick Wayne gets to win in 7 minutes. Then we move on to a stone cold match of the year. Early match of the tournament. Kushida versus Robbie X. That little... No, not Robbie X. Robbie Eagles. I'm still thinking of Robbie X, man. I can't get out of my mind. Robbie Eagles. Eagles is seconded by Sabre Jr. and Hartley. The two TMDK dads. And...
Probably should have been in this tournament. Maybe I would have watched it.
True. That would be funny if they actually just put him in for shoot. Had him versus all the juniors. Anyway.
This was really good. It was a take on what the same match gimmick that Fujita and Kushida had last year, where they did a crazy grapple fuck match with them both taking the shoes off and everything.
Yeah.
And this one, Kushida was the only one that did that, but he came out with the dub. And Eagles he's a very proficient technical guy too. So yeah, like you said, it turned into something really spectacular.
Yeah, I thought it was really, really, really good. And for all the grapple guys, right up your alley. Sorry, big yawn. Then we move on to Teton versus Master Wato, which is all right. I didn't have much to say about this one. Thought it was fine. Teton picks up the victory. Do you have anything to say about this?
Yeah, Teton picked up the dub. Well, I do have something to say about it. He's Teton's gone on a tear this tournament. Logan even mentioned, I think before he started recording, that he might be a sneaky favorite to make the finals again, if not win. I was just gonna say he's been winning a lot of matches with this new submission I've never seen him do before, called the Gideon Lock.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but it's because normally he wins with that Noodle Lock. I forget what he calls it, but he's been doing this new move. I don't know if he's debuted in CMLL already, but it's like instead of wrenching the head on the Noodle Lock, he just pulls back on their sharpshooter legs as much as possible while still doing a bridge. He's just only grabbing the legs and sort of wrenching them back real hard. It's a cool submission. I just didn't know if this was completely new or it's just something that he hasn't done since the last time he was in New Japan.
I don't really recall that particular variant of that submission. Llave Mortal is the normal block that he uses. And yeah, I haven't seen him in CMLL in quite a bit. I know he's been working the kind of undercards, but I haven't been. I've been lagging on my CMLL viewing. So.
Oh, I gotcha. Well, either way, I think it's cool, and Teton's one of my favorite CMLL imports. So I'm always happy to see him. And I hope Logan's right. I hope he goes far because he's a very, very good luchador, especially a good luchador who is good at adapting to the New Japan wrestlers. So
I can't wait to see what AI photo of him holding up the trophy he posts on his Twitter after.
For sure.
I don't know this reference.
Oh, he loves AI.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. That's it. That's it. That's it.
Okay. Well, that's a good reference.
Then
I know. That's why I made it.
we had Daisuke Sasaki versus El Desperado Despe. And I thought it was a very, very good match.
This was a good match. Daisuke Sasaki though is like the dirtiest, bummiest looking. I have seen his matches before. He is absolutely horrible to look at and watch.
Mhm.
In a good way. That's an affectionate thing. I think he's very talented.
And I think like the way he does his moves too, like the diving elbow drop onto the chair on like just looked ugly. It's just like everything about it looked nasty.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I don't want to sort of compare him to one of like the gods of pro wrestling, but he does have a rat boy energy to him.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
So that's cool. I think he is gonna work. I assume that there's gonna be some people that I don't think he'll mesh well in the tournament, but Despy is gonna be one of the ones that he'll work best with, and he did. He had a great match with Despy, a great semi main. A lot of drama, a lot of good near falls, and Sarah was very upset because Despy is like one of her favorite guys in New Japan, and this was the only match she watched with me.
No.
And then he got the shock victory over Desperado. She was like,
Made
"Who the
him
fuck
tap.
is this? Just beat El Desperado." yeah, he did, but he did it. He made him tap after a low blow. So
Did you ever show Sarah the picture of me as Despe for Halloween?
oh yeah, I have.
Oh yeah.
I have. It's badass.
Yes. Yes.
Tell Sarah not to worry. Despy will get his win back at the next invitation. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
I told her, I was like, I promise you there are 8 more matches for him to go after this.
No, that was really good, and I thought it was a good way to like get the shock win. And Sasaki might honestly, he's definitely, I think, is going to get to a semi.
He could also go for it. He's undefeated so far.
Yep. And finally in the main event, probably the match of the tournament so far, up there. I don't know.
This is probably the best like traditional match of the tournament. I really like Fujita's match with Kasai too.
Yeah.
That's kind of a more unique.
Oh, yeah, how's the Kasai matches been? Has he just been doing regular ass matches, or has he been doing?
No, he's been bringing his shit into the matches.
So, well, he did
not
for
like
the
hardcore, but yeah, he has done some.
He did for some of the Fujita match. He did straight up
I gotta make
wrestling
this
for the
fucking
Teton
tournament cool.
match.
No, he didn't. He did more than he did in Fujita. But there was one spot with meat skewers in the Teton match.
Oh yeah, that's
But
true.
besides that-
He did do that. But other than that, it was pretty much. I mean, he
It
was
was pretty
ripping at
standard,
he was
yeah.
ripping at Teton's mask and stuff, and like ripped his mask open. But other than the skewer spot was like too. It was like, come on, man.
It's funny how you can like. It's funny how you could forget that just because it's a Jin Kasai match.
Yeah.
Like any other thing, you'd be like, "Holy shit!" They put the fucking meat skewers out on Best of Super Juniors.
I mean, I watched him versus who was it? Jesus. Why am I blanking out on his name? Zandig and Nick Gage in a street. Did you see that on Twitter this week? It was Kasai and somebody else versus Zandig and Nick Gage, and just like they're fighting in the streets, and it was just insane. So like I'm like that's the image of Kasai and the Fujita match. Like the Teton skewer. I've seen skewers so often that it just doesn't faze me anymore. I guess it's a normal for a man like me.
Yeah.
But anyway, the Fujita Akira match.
Yeah, I really like this added edge. I really like in general just how I love the reinvention of United Empire is this bunch of like ridiculous, melodramatic. I just said it earlier, kind of like theater kid heels. Akira is not like. I mean, he's still kind of goofy, he's got that really high-pitched voice that makes it hard to take him seriously as like a badass, heel. But I do buy into him having kind of lost it a little bit after the injury. I think that's a good angle. And this match got some color in it too. They did some brawling outside, and Fujita is just great at he's great at upping the intensity in these matches. Cooper, I think this was something me and Logan were just talking about before you joined the call. But I mean, he's had an amazing run of just these 3 matches. I think it's about damn time that we start sort of questioning whether or not Fujita might just be straight up the best wrestler in New Japan right now. Like, not the best junior or the best young guy. I think he might just be the best. He's so good, and so good at such a young age. He should be talked about with all these other sort of blue chip prospects in Japan, younger guys like Anzai, and I can't think of anyone else because the state of wrestling in Japan is absolutely in the mud.
Yeah, if you had waited, if you could travel back in time like 2 years, you would have said Ozawa, but that's not happening anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get what you're saying. Well, that's promising to hear. I'll have to take.
He's really coming into his own. Yeah, he's really good, and he's finding himself as a character too. Y'all should all search out like the absolute shade he's been throwing at Wada this entire time.
I saw they just posted an interview.
They did do one of the 10-minute interviews.
Yeah, he's been like, I mean, he's been burying Wada.
He hates that guy. It's funny.
I said before the podcast, like, the way he's burying Watto and, like, the way Watto is in this tournament, like, I don't think he's ever holding that title, man. I've lost faith. Watto heads, I'm sorry. I've strayed.
There was one backstage interview in the lead up to this where legit Watto, like, confronted him because it went viral how much he was shitting on Watto in the lead up to the tournament. And he confronted him backstage, and Fujita just starts tearing him down. Oh my god. He's like tearing him down, like basically begging him to do something, to say something. Because that's been his whole thing. He's like, do anything. Like, stop being so content. He's like, I don't even mind. Like, I don't hate people just picking up, a paycheck, having a job just to make money. But you're a pro wrestler. You've got to do something. And he was like begging Watto to say something. And Watto just goes like, he's like, I didn't come here to start like a fight with you. And Fujita is just like, oh my fucking god, and walks out of the frame immediately. It's so funny. The whole feud has been great. I cannot wait for their match. But I fear like Logan said, I fear it might be more reality than angle, and it's just genuine frustration with how little he cares. He's kind of show-core. So we'll see what happens. Maybe it's 4D chess, and maybe it's just that Watto is genuinely checked out. So yeah, that was Fujita picked up the dub here, and that was night 1. Very good show, top to bottom.
We'll run through these a little bit quicker. Night 2, Valiente Jr. defeated Daiki Nagai. Don't have much to say about this. It was kind of similar to the last Nagai match. I don't even remember what Valiente Jr. won with, I'm going to be honest. Because I think he did get injured in his next match, but he should be back tonight because...
I think the injury... He definitely was hurt, but it might have been a bit of a false alarm how serious it was. Because, they haven't pulled him from the tournament or anything, and he's good to go tomorrow.
Yep.
So.
Speaking of the injury, Ryusuke Taguchi defeated Master Watto in 2 minutes and 10 seconds with surprise roll up. Yep. And the Gooch is loose, man. I don't know, man. I'm excited. That'd be so funny, though. It will never happen. But imagine he was the one
Taguchi won,
and he beat Doki. He's the one to do it.
That'd be fucking great. The Taguchi Revolution.
What was it? Where it's him, Tana, and it was Taguchi World? Was that what it was? Or
Taguchi Japan.
Taguchi Japan.
Taguchi Japan, motherfucker.
Yeah. Yep, they should just run that back.
I very nearly spent my hard-earned money on a Taguchi Japan like soccer shirt back in the day because I thought they had the coolest looking merch. And
That's so funny.
He's awesome, man.
You should have.
Like 15-year-old.
You should have, absolutely.
Then we had Yo versus Jacob Austin Young, and like I'm be honest, I don't even remember a single thing about this match.
I legit thought you were gonna say this was a match of the year. With that.
No,
match of the year candidate.
Like I'm looking at the cage match rundown, and like I know for a fact I watched this show all the way through, and I'm like I could not tell you. I'm pretty sure Yo just like it's a 5-minute match.
It was so good. It was so
no,
good.
it's not true.
The flight explanation.
Your mind couldn't comprehend what Day Cafe was doing.
Oh god.
I'm pretty sure Yo just like squashed him or something like that. I don't remember.
He did basically win.
Basically squash him. In 5. And then I sadly do remember this next match. I'm sure you remember it, Jack. It's Robbie X versus Francesco Akira. You didn't watch this?
No, I didn't watch this. I'm sorry.
Well, Terrorism.
I know that he picked out the win though.
Terrorism won and he beat Akira, and I'm like, I thought when I went into this, I'm like, this might be Akira's year. You know, they're pushing UE and stuff. I don't think that anymore.
Yeah, it's weird. You never know with these tournaments, but it doesn't feel like they're heating him up for it. Yeah.
I mean, why would you lose to Robbie X of all people?
I don't.
Those are gimme points. Give me those points.
That's what you think until he beats Fujita for the second year in a row tomorrow.
Who? Akira?
Or Robbie X.
I am going to let you know right now. If I watch that, Robbie X is in the main and he beats Fujita.
He is in the main. He's in the main.
I know he's in the main. That's what I'm saying. If he beats Fujita, I'm stopping my Best of the Super Junior watch right then and there.
Honestly, fair.
I will join me in freedom.
I will stop. No, well, I can't cancel it when I don't pay for it, brother.
I've
been freeloaded.
He beat the bunch. I went to watch Super J-Cup, and I was like, I saw they were all watching. I was like, oh, someone's early.
No,
I took this seriously.
Believe it or not, man. No, I mean, I'll restart the G1, but I'm like, I'm not watching every match of Robbie X vs Fujita, man. I'm like, I'll send me in overdrive. I don't know, man. There's something about him. He looks like he's just like a toddler. I think that's what's just the most upsetting, like a giant baby. Like we call Takeshi the big baby, but this man literally is built like a big baby.
He's the small baby.
Have you guys seen the movie Ant-Man and the Wasp?
Yes.
Do you know the scene where Paul Rudd's Ant-Man is trying to get his kid out of the school, and he's in the Ant-Man suit, and he like goes to shrink, but it stops like halfway.
Yeah.
Robbie X looks like that version, but like midway Ant-Man version of Gabe Kidd.
His legs just like don't fit his body. It's like the build is wrong to me. The way he just stands, like he just doesn't look right. I don't know, man. Anyway, Daisuke Sasaki fought Kushida, and this match is like a 4.52 on Cage Match, and I really like this match. Like I'm running through the Cage Match rundown.
I watched this one too. Yeah, but it was kind of maybe they were put off by all the foot stuff.
I like the heel work, man. So okay, Sasaki gets okay. So this match, Cooper, is.
I have no fucking context for this.
Yeah. Okay, so you know the match before, Eagles and Kushida did the barefoot thing, but Kushida went barefoot, and
I don't know that.
Oh, he told you that.
Remember last year in Best of the Super No, he was gone. Cooper went to.
He was gone. Oh, okay, yeah. So last year, Kushida and Fujita did like a barefoot grappling match, where they both like took off their boots.
Okay, sure.
And so this year they did the same thing like night one with Eagles. But Eagles didn't take off his boots, but Kushida did to like help grapple him more. And so they get to the ring, and Sasaki's
To
like,
help grapple him more.
yeah, I don't know.
Grab his arm with his toe.
I don't know what the point of it is, but Kushida keeps doing it because he's a little freak.
I don't know. Why do they do it? I guess they do it in real MMA. Who knows?
And so Sasaki gets to the ring, and he's like, all right, we're taking off our boots, brother. So he starts taking off his. He takes off his first one. And so Kushida starts taking off his boots. He gets his first boot off. He's just wearing the sock. And then Sasaki takes his boot and just clings Kushida over the head and starts, brawling him. And so Kushida's wrestling like this whole match with like 1 foot on. He eventually at one point takes the sock off. At one point, I think this was the match where he bit him in the foot, right?
Yes.
Sasaki did. He bit that 1 foot that was on. He also the finish is what is his submission finisher?
He just does a regular crossface.
Yeah. And that's how he tapped out Despe. And
We'll talk more about the crossface in a second.
Yeah. And he's been working it for these matches, and it looks really good. And he gets the crossface, but Kushida has a sock onto his arm and goes for the mandible claw to break up, the crossface. And he, and he gets it. And so finally, later on in the match, he finally gets a crossface in again, Sasaki. And this time, he sees the sock and he rips it off of Kushida's hands and stuffs the sock into his mouth and then reapplies the crossface. And that's what makes Kushida's taps. I thought it was awesome. I thought it made sense. It made logical sense.
It did absolutely make logical sense, and it fit with Daisuke's character. It was a good spot, but I think it might have been a little bit too freaky for some viewers too.
And it was like 7 minutes. I thought it was really good for like a short
match. Yeah, I agree.
He did use a chair though. That was one thing. He when he was brawling with him right after he attacked him with his boot, he took him to the outside, slammed his leg onto the ring post, and then hit it with a chair. And I'm like, why is he allowed to do that? What are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing, Marty Asami? Throw him out. You can disqualify Kanemaru for spitting in your face, but a guy hits another guy with a chair, and it's like, okay.
Marty's
it's on operating basis.
Marty's just operating under fuckers pro rules.
We go on vibes, yeah, undoubtedly. What's up?
What'd you think of this?
I liked it. I thought it was a good match. I don't check to see what the inmates have to say like y'all do.
Well, I'm not checking. I have it pulled up for I can remember.
It was poorly received, to be honest.
I have it pulled up so I can remember the rundown of the matches and who won.
No, I had no idea. I thought it was good. Like I said, I've been really enjoying Daisuke's whole run. He's been the anti-heel for me. Everything about his gimmick has been hitting. I think he's cool. And I like what he's added to the tournament.
Yeah.
Up next, we had the first appearance of Jun Kasai in the tournament because he missed that that initial show because he was doing some other nasty shit, I'm sure. But he faces Teton. And like Logan said earlier, this wasn't anything all that crazy, actually. It was kind of a pretty normal match. I mean, it's not like Kasai is all of a sudden doing flips and tricks or even grappling. He's still a brawler when he's not using weapons. But Teton can he can run in that world, and he did a little bit while also doing his normal shit too. It's fun Clash of Styles stuff in these kind of tournaments because there was this one spot where Kasai did try to bring in the chair. He swung at him. And then Teton did his little Matrix duck to the chair and then the kick. It was cool. They meshed okay together, even though I didn't think it was amazing. It's funny seeing Jun Kasai try and hit the Pearl Harbor splash without 5 million light tubes on top of the guy's chest. It's just a normal splash. But
It's like he's
Teton,
naked.
yeah, I know. It's like, where is everything? It's like something's missing. Teton was able to pick up the win here. Can't remember if it says Yave Immortal Variation. I think it was sort of a roll-up version of it, or am I crazy? Like a, what's that one? Or did he just tap him out? I can't remember. Logan.
What did he do? No, he just got the roll up on Kasai. I think he
Yeah, that's what I thought. It was
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
like a leverage pin version of Yave.
yeah. It was
Immortal.
not. It was not. a
Sort of
tap
like
out.
that move that Darby does sometimes. What's
Last
that?
Supper.
Yeah, similar.
Yeah. Yeah, the only thing was the skewers, which I'm now remembering. But like other than that, it was just straight up wrestling match.
But June he'll bring his chaos in very soon. We'll get to that.
We also didn't mention that Show is now has his entrance jacket has evil hair.
Oh yeah, that is a nice little homage.
Which on the first night, Charlton said he's got Nox Rygen hair. That looks like Nox
No, he did the
Rygen.
wrong name. He's not a true NXT watcher. He didn't know they changed it.
To be fair,
He's not like us.
Hattie had debuted with the name whenever the first day was officially.
No, that was just he.
Yeah, that's
No, it
true.
was just a file trademark.
Maybe he didn't want to say Naraku, but yeah, he said that, and it got a kick out of me. Well,
That's a mistake. Charlton makes many.
then we move on to you know what is crazy that I never realized until that first House of Torture match, how crazy cauliflower ear Show has. Like, it is brutal.
That's interesting. I never paid. I'll pay attention to that next time. I don't think.
Look at his ears, bro. You know what cauliflower ear is, right?
I do. I mean, but he's not in front of me right now. I
Yeah,
can't.
when you see him, his ears look like they look like blown up balloons, basically.
Oh God.
Cause you know, we used to do a lot of that amateur wrestling, and so a lot of those they'll get ears like
Sure.
that, and if you don't treat them immediately, like it basically gets stuck. But I was like, oh my God, 'cause he got that skin fade on the first day, so it was way more noticeable to me. Anyway, Show versus Robbie Eagles was a House of Torture match. It was pretty funny. Show entered first, and then he had a Robbie Eagles shirt and a Robbie Eagle and a TMDK towel on his little dummy that he brings to the ring, his like skeleton thing. And
I do. Yeah. A lot of the like you can. I mean, a lot of the stuff like House of Torture is grating, but there are a lot of the little bits they do that still pop me. I like the dummy that Show brings out dressed up like the guy every time. The gimmicks they're fun. They're fun.
And he hid in the crowd. He took the stuff off the dummy, hid in the crowd with the shirt, and attacked him in the crowd to get the start. They had a back and forth match. Show ends up taking the mirror and smashing it over Robbie's head, and the ref isn't looking.
The
and
Black Mirror.
The Black Mirror. And I don't even remember what his finisher is.
The Shock Arrow.
Oh yeah,
He's got a cool finisher. He's actually got a cool finisher.
1, 2, 3. Show has 4 points. Eagle is back at 0. Then we had another great match between Fujita and Nick Wayne, which has
This
been
one was awesome. Yeah.
the clip on Twitter where he hits like the sling blade stunner into the
I know he
sliced
does all
bread.
that crazy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nick Wayne is he's grown some in this past year. Like I think he's better at timing and pacing and all the intangibles. I don't know. He's just he seems more complete.
The fucking ace of the universe, John Moxley. That's what.
That is true.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Yeah, it's cool to have him back in here. I really enjoyed this match, and it's cool to have a match this good between two guys this young on, a big stage. So, yeah, I really enjoyed it. I really thought for a second Wayne might actually get the shock victory because he did on Despy last year, but we did end up getting that thrill ride 1, 2, 3 for another Fujita dub.
For sure. Then we had the main event, which was Desperado versus Taichi Ishimori in Hiromu's hometown, kind of like the three.
Oh, that's funny. I didn't think about that.
Yep, and the three pillars of this division. Hiromu's obviously gone, but Ishimori and Despe are still here. They put on a really good match that, if you've seen them wrestle before, it's not too far off from it. But the crowd was into it, and I love Numero Dos. And he ended up tapping out Ishimori with Numero Dos, if I remember correctly. I love when, again, tournaments like this allows people to actually submit and it feel like a good reason for it. Even for like baby faces, like, yeah, you got a whole another match thing. Maybe you don't want to take too much more damage on your leg. And I really like this match.
Ishimori really, like, I mean, the grapple guys are the worst in kayfabe to get hit with at the beginning. I mean, if you have to make those hard decisions, and that is what makes round robins like this so fun.
Yep, for sure. And what was I going to say? Ishimori keeps coming out in the Sans outfit, and I'm tired of it.
Yes, he still is wearing the Sans mask.
Sans Undertale. But day 3. Gosh, what happened?
I didn't watch the first few of this, so I'll give you right back. Yep. Cooper, you can pretend you watched it if you want. I do sometimes with the other stuff.
Fucking love show, dude. Love.
Teton defeated Daiki Nagai in 4 minutes 35 seconds. Another good Nagai. Like, Nagai's really trying to find his own in this tournament. I like his shirt. It's very Full Metal Jacket-esque.
I saw his shirt. It's a good design.
I might buy that.
I really hope that it wasn't AI.
Oh, that would suck. Yeah. Kanemaru defeated J Cafe to get his first points of the tournament, and he did it by low blowing Zane J, then low blowing Jacob Austin Young, and hitting his finisher 1, 2, 3. It was awesome.
Oh, that's the heel master.
That is the heel master. It popped me very huge. He beat him like 2 minutes 50 seconds. Taguchi defeated Valiente Jr. in less than a minute by ref's decision. Valiente Jr. went for like a flip off of the ropes, like a handspring flip, and landed his knee onto Taguchi's knee and immediately clutched it and basically waved it off, and the ref stopped it. Okay. It's very sad because this is what got Taguchi to tie the most wins in Best Super Juniors history. And like, obviously I would rather have him win the match and feel more like Monumental than it just be a ref stoppage. But it was pretty funny that after the match they built off Valiente Jr. They had a young lion like put him on his back and run him to the back, and then they started playing Taguchi's theme, and then he started dancing. He did the whole dance.
Well, how can you not?
How can you not? And it was pretty. And the crowd got very into him doing the dance again. Show finally, after like 8 or 9 matches, defeated Kushida to get the 6 points on top of his block, on top B block. He very similarly to... He basically just stole Daisuke Sasaki's playbook bar for bar while adding the Black Mirror. And it kind of ticked me off. I'm like, I wouldn't have been that mad if I didn't see this match yesterday. Like, he literally won with the sock in the mouth again. Which
maybe Kushida likes it.
Have we considered that?
This is not related at all. I just watched a little Twitter video of Master Water. Master Water.
Sorry, that was probably an overreaction, but that was
That's how I think you're like calling Watto like derogatory. Master Water over there.
Yeah.
Funny, man.
Real Master Water, this guy. He of him hitting a fucking crazy German on Robbie X. That was fucking awesome.
That was awesome.
I didn't watch that. I won't, but I might.
I mean, I love that match because Watto finally got a victory and Robbie X lost. There's nothing more for me to love. But Sho finally beat Kushida with the whole sock thing. Okay, man. And I think Sho's kind of funny, but like I'm kind of tired of him already. You should push the heel master more. That's what I think.
True.
Then we had a really good match between Akira and Nick Wayne. You watched this, right? Jack?
Sorry, what?
Did you watch
Sorry.
the Akira and Nick Wayne match?
Yeah, I jumped in around. I watched that one and then I skipped Hyo Sasaki, but then I watched the last 4 after that of this one.
See, Hyo
Yeah.
Sasaki was pretty good too.
Was it really? I should have
I
watched
thought
it.
it was way better than his first match.
I believe you. I just, I'm dealing with limited time.
That's fair.
This stuff was happening while I was in Atlanta for a baby shower. So,
That's fair. But
I liked Nick Wayne versus Akira a lot. I think I think Nick Wayne's really great, and I thought I liked the violent edge of Akira these days. I wish he didn't have the fucking green hair. I'm looking through the pictures.
yeah,
The pictures they posted, he looks ridiculous, but the match was good.
I do think it's funny too. Oh no, Zane Jay came down for this match and distracted Nick Wayne, and he went, Nick, Seattle boys, because they're both from Seattle. And Nick turned at him, and he's like, "What are you talking about?" And then, of course, Akira, he basically kind of cost him the match multiple times. Zane Jay and
Nick Wayne has never heard of Zane Jay before. He didn't even know that this guy was like a character on screen. He just thought it was some dude yelling at him.
I thought it was pretty funny.
What are you talking about?
Everything Zane Jay does gets a little bit of a pop out of me. Look, his wrestling's alright, but he's such a cold white boy. They should put him in the best Super Juniors. If he took Jacob Austin's young spot, this tournament would be 20 times better. Even though he's not a junior. Moving on. The Hyo Sasaki match is really good. I forget how Sasaki won it, but Hyo looked.
Here that he won with the crossface.
Okay, yeah. But I think he kicked him in the balls again. But
who would have guessed? Man.
What did you think of?
Nobody.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, but I really like him though.
We're gonna speed run through this because we got a whole Jacob to go through, brother.
Yeah, we do have the Jacob.
That's the second time you said it.
All right, Water Robbie X, it's fine.
Yeah, Wada finally picked up a win there.
Yo Ishimori was also good but fine. Yeah. But the two
we do have to take just a second to talk about Fujita versus.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The two matches that were I think these two back to back were great.
Yeah.
Fujita versus Kasai, it was crazy. The whole story was basically Fujita was still kind of pissed about last year when he won Best of Super Juniors, and his thunder was kind of stolen because Kasai and Despe were in this blood feud, and he waited till after Kasai challenge to challenge him, Despe, and so he just wanted to fight Kasai on his level. He didn't even care about tournament rules or anything. They basically just bumped the ref and just started doing a hardcore match, basically.
Yeah. No, this is a very Cooper core match because it's okay. So what happens is that Fujita basically is the one to instigate it completely. He wants to go deathmatch right from the beginning. It's his idea, and then he proceeds to get absolutely ass fucked by Jun Kasai for the entire match. Maybe not the entire match, but it is the story is definitely Fujita cannot even come close to handling this in Kasai's world, and it's so fun. I love those kinds of matches. It's the kind of thing you only see so much. It's a classic Puro trope of you sort of riding your own ass whooping like that. And yeah, I mean they do table spots and chair spots, and at one point Kasai brings out 2 syringes but then sticks them in his own head because he's a fucking insane person.
Yeah,
So,
and then he used that as adrenaline to run the ropes and hit him with a giant lariat, which is hilarious.
Yeah, so he actually picked up the win there. It was just awesome. I mean, it's one of those matches you have to see for yourself to really get why I dig it so much. It's very unique and fun.
I like the way he picked up the win too, because again, Fujito's really trying to like instigate this exactly in Kasai's wheelhouse. He wanted this because he was so mad about last year. Let his anger cloud his judgment of like he didn't even care about the tournament to this point. It felt like in this match. He gets hit by like the Tiger Driver, like almost Jay Driller style, and kicks out. Then Kasai goes for the splash off the top, kicks out at 1, and you're like, oh, maybe Fujita's gonna like rally and win this, and he actually loses to just a straight up roll up by Kasai, like a straight up normal wrestling move. Which I thought that was interesting that Fujita was so blinded by his like hatred of the guy and like him feeling overconfident after his first 2 matches that he just like, it was more of like a survival thing to prove he had like balls than it was like the actual try to get points here. And they had a show of respect after the match and kind of like, oh, I almost had you. Oh, we're getting one more out of you or something like that. Like, but But then Robbie Eagles versus Desperado's great. People are complaining about it on Twitter, and those people are wrong.
It was one clip that someone posted as like showing how great Eagles' selling was in the match. There was one bit of it that was like maybe a little bit silly, but it does erase the entire context and feel of the entire match. It was very good, and Eagles is good. He's one of the underweighted. Oh my god, underrated workers in all of New Japan.
And the clip made sense in the context, man. It
was good. I can dig it. I mean, all of wrestling requires a bit of suspension of disbelief, so I find it a little silly. Like, I think that it is bad, basically, most of the time, to be, not taking selling seriously at all. But I think when you get down to, like, he should have done it in this way rather than this way, because this way doesn't make sense to me, is stupid, because none of it makes sense. It's all a completely fake sport. Like, Springboard is ridiculous anyways. It doesn't become that much more ridiculous if he had to hype himself up for it because his leg was injured. It's just stupid. The match was very, very good. And yeah, Eagles picked up the win too, which I appreciated. I hope he has a nice little run here.
For sure. Match of the year for me. But that's the
end. Fair enough. It's great.
That's the end of Best Super Juniors for now. Moving back, should I say?
Moving back,
all the way back.
Yes.
Back in time. Back to 1994. What were you gonna say?
Back when New Japan was good.
It was good. Yeah, I love doing these retros, especially when it's for my beloved, King of Sports. This was great. Cooper, you introduced the idea, so you should probably lead it off.
Yeah, no problem. So the 1994 Super J Cup is a very, very important historical show for a number of reasons. So in New Japan, in Japanese wrestling, kind of as a whole, really, from its inception, heavyweights are the stars. You understand? From Ricky Dozan to Antonio Inoki to John Baba, Big Van Vader, Stan Hansen, all big, meaty, beefy guys, like hard hits. That's really the style. This suddenly the paradigm gets shifted a little bit upon a couple of things. First is the debut of Jushin Thunder Liger in the Tokyo Dome in 1989, and really just sets the world alight. Actually, no, that's not true. Really, it's Tiger Mask is what really does it.
Yeah.
But for the 90s boom, like Tiger Mask is sort of in his own little island, with the Dynamite Kid and little baby Tatsumi Fujinami. Like he doesn't get like real chances to show off that much. So much so that he goes off and makes his own shoot promotion with the other guys from UWF. But so late 80s, early 90s, Jushin Liger comes around and takes off in a big bad way. This great young lion who had shown a lot of promise early on, comes back from excursion as a literal superhero.
Right.
And it's just great. And concurrently, as this is happening,
he was in the same dojo class with the Musketeers too. Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's insane. There's a lot of really good, early, when he was going under his shoot name, Yamada, I think is his last name. I forget what his first name was.
Yamada.
Fuji Yamada, yes. Where, it's him and, Shinya and, Muto all like, tagging together. And those matches are really fun to watch. But so concurrently, as this is happening, the Japanese independent scene comes up with Michinoku Pro, and spearheaded by Great Sasuke. What Michinoku Pro does is, following in the footsteps of Grand Hamada, is really become a full-blown lucha libre and pro res hybrid. The lucha res style that they showcase brilliantly in these big multi-man tags that have since gone on to become legendary in their own right. So this is the environment that the J Cup comes around. Jushin Liger is at the top of his game. He's the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, and he wants to really spearhead a revival of interest in junior heavyweight wrestling across the board in Japan. And for this, he kind of conceives of this idea for the J Cup, this big inter-promotional tournament over one night. He is involved in the booking of this a little bit, I believe, as well. And he calls back to the early lineage of junior heavyweight wrestling in Japan, because the prize for this show is the WWF Junior Heavyweight Championship, which not included on the New Japan World broadcast, but I found it through other means. A version of the show that has the intro where all the different participants come out, and the belt is presented to them by the former champion to hold the title, Tatsumi Fujinami. And so, it's this really great kind of, in some ways, a passing of the torch of, one generation of junior heavyweight wrestling to the next. And in another way, it's its own kind of, like ECW, like Barely Legal 96 kind of like, statement making show. Like, this is what we're about. This is the kind of wrestling that you need to be paying attention to. And it was treated that way pretty much immediately. The Observer, I think, at the time and in a couple of retrospectives in years since has gone on to call it perhaps the single greatest night of professional wrestling that there's ever been. Which is maybe a little high. I don't know that I quite go there.
Yeah, but I mean, it is a pretty special. Like, I mean, it's just the whole one night tournament concept is cool as hell, and I wish it was done more often. It's just awesome to follow this one long narrative, through an entire show like this. And I mean, the quality is high.
Yeah,
a lot of the matches are really sort of short bit matches, which maybe makes it difficult. They can't get into like that fever pitch, but fuck, they're really good. Everyone's working.
Even short ones. There's an intensity to them because
I was gonna spotlight that later on.
So, but what I love about this too is it's so early for so many of these guys that get involved in this. Dean Malenko is still listed as a New Japan talent. He had not started working full time in WCW yet. This is really the first big showcase for Hayabusa, who I think had literally just come back from a little brief sojourn in the States, maybe, and come back to FMW, and you can see Jushin Liger really likes him and wants to give him this big kind of moment for him, and seeing these proto versions of so many guys who would go on to become some all-time greats and some just interesting faces, and one really interesting face. So, but yeah, so if we want to, we can get right into tournament action.
Sure. So we're about to see that interesting face right away.
Well, that was not the one I was talking about.
Not right away. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, but that is a different, super fucking interesting face. But it's hard to even tell that it's the same guy. Gato opens up this tournament against the Iceman, Dean Malenko, and he looks crazy.
Yeah.
Little tiny baby Gato.
He looks absolutely insane
with his
all red fit with the fucking crop top and the long ponytail and the, like you said, clean shaven.
He's got like a skullet going on a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know what is going on with Gato. What is he going through at this point in his life?
Yeah, the crop top is crazy. Like the way it's not supposed to be, but it is. And brother, it's okay to show a little stomach. No one's gonna sue you for it. Gato was trained by Delphin, right?
No, I did not know that.
Yeah,
actually.
Gato.
Osaka Pro.
Yeah, no, before Osaka Pro.
No, yeah, Osaka hadn't started.
Gato and Jado were both Delphin students, and they were all kind of freelanders for a while before Delphin landed in Michinoku. But I guess at this point, Gato's representing War.
Yes. Wrestle Association R. or Wrestle and Romance if you're nasty.
True. But the Iceman just kind of rocks him this whole match until Gato gets a moment.
The first line I have here in my notes here is little tiny baby Gato versus grown man and American Psycho Dean Malenko. He is so fucking just violent. Oh my god, I love Dean Malenko so much, man. The internet could never make me hate Dean Malenko. There was this weird spell where people
for a bit they were acting like he wasn't good,
for being revisionists about this.
Yeah, they're tripping.
Malenko's fucking sweet. He hits an absolutely sweet jackhammer.
Yes.
At one point in this match for a near fall, and it was clean as hell. Yeah, the Iceman's good. Don't let anyone tell you different.
I like just economy of motion. There's no wasted motion that he does.
Nope. Not at all.
Yeah. The strike exchanges are tight and fast, and I mean I think this is kind of the perfect match to start the show off, even though neither of these guys are the big stars. so it towards this closing stretch. This is a really short one too. Gato gets a tombstone on Malenko. Very little reaction. He goes up top, goes for the flying headbutt, a move that we will see many times tonight, and he misses. Malenko gets up, lariats the fuck out of him. Malenko goes up top and goes for a pretty basic, just diving body splash. But that's weird to see Dean Malenko do any kind of flying move. And then he gets a little too confident, runs to the ropes, and Gato gets the snap power slam for a quick, shocking win. And Malenko is pissed, and he slaps his hand away on the way out.
Base.
Yeah.
I'd be pissed too if I had to lose to Gato.
Yeah, if I had to lose to this little fucker, absolutely. He's not even, like I said, he's not even, team no respect yet. He's not even, proper, we are Jado Gato, fuck you yet. Come on. Big night for bloody hands, Gato. So, moving on, we've got Young Lion in the mix here. One Shinjiro Otani.
Yes.
This is
Super Delphin.
Young Lion Otani is, still. I mean, he's good, and he was getting a lot more offense in than I feel like is customary.
Yeah.
For Young Lion, maybe they take that more seriously now, sort of than they did. But he was whooping some ass there for a bit, and
Absolutely.
yeah, this was cool.
I mean, fucking was trying to kick Super Delphin's leg out of his leg.
He was
time.
almost succeeding.
Yeah. He has full advantage. So he gets caught in this rope run into dropkick, and then boom, suddenly, okay, you're out of this dojo shit. It's not gonna work. You're in Lucha Res now. And Delphin goes for all of his big kind of spots here. Great Saito suplex that gets Otani up for the stalling brainbuster that he just crunches down on. Otani then starts to kind of play the game a little bit. He flips out of a suplex and does this big springboard on the outside. And I put my notes here. You can you put this right after Dean Malenko doing a diving body splash too. It's a big night for grounded shooters doing really uncharacteristic. He gets this really sharp low angle drop kick, and he just goes straight in for the ankle lock. But Delphin, he gets up from it, drags Otani over to the corner and hits that spinning DDT into the Delphin clutch for the win. So,
the GOAT.
Lucha Res prevails.
I love Delphin. That's my boy.
Then we
man.
had really, you're a big Super Delphin fan?
I'm a big Super Delphin guy, man.
You saw him, I saw him. You suggested the match where he fucking beat your boy Dick to Go.
I know, but that's Delphin, brother.
Yeah,
he's a councilman in Japan. He's like some type of council.
A long line of Michinoku Pro guys who went into politics.
Weird legacy. Then we had Black Tiger versus the GOAT, Taka Michinoku.
This is like one of the shortest of the whole first round, but like it felt long because they packed so much into it.
This, yeah.
So this is a strange kind of match for me to look at. So Taka is so young here,
baby.
He is a baby, and it makes for me at least this really interesting kind of dynamic. Just in my head, at least. I don't think this was an intention of the match. But also, Eddie is the youngest Guerrero, too. he's the youngest of all his brothers, and here he is in a foreign country trying to make a name for himself under another man's mask, and he's put up against like this bright, shiny new prospect from the Indies, who's getting all this buzz and attention about him. Like I don't know. To me, it was a kind of unspoken dynamic that to me informed a lot of Guerrero's aggression here. But I don't know. I could just be being a pretentious asshole about it, which I probably am. But yeah. So Tiger takes control pretty early on. He gets these rolling sentons and the power bombs, but he just can't keep talking down. Another interesting thing here, Guerrero is not that much bigger or wider than Taka. Like they're like body shape is pretty similar, but just the way that he wrestles, he feels like massive compared to him. I thought, and really,
I agree. Yeah.
Just like throws him around. Taka showboats a little bit, and shows hints of that kind of like trickster personality that he would really refine later on. You get this like gnarly pop-up power bomb from Black Tiger. He goes up top, and in my mind I'm thinking, oh, he's gonna hit the frog splash, but no, it's just a normal splash. He has not yet discovered the frog splash. Taka hits a fucking doctor bomb at one point.
Yes.
It's crazy. Taka's bag is so deep. It's so deep.
Yeah, you can see what Sasuke was definitely had big plans for this kid.
It's also funny, and this is true for every young guy. It's something I've actually been reflecting on lately when it comes to guys like Umino and Tsuji in my home promotion. It's funny how often you'll see guys just doing whatever until they find their real moveset. It's true for a lot of the really young talent. We'll get to know in this tournament guys like Gato and Taka and Eddie. It's just funny seeing them trying out different clothes almost. It feels odd, but it's definitely fun and interesting.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly. And Eddie gets Taka up and sort of he's Eddie's sitting on the turnbuckle. He's got Taka's head clutched in, swinging DDT, and that does it for Black Tiger. Up next, by far, I think probably the most underwhelming match on the card, at least just visually. El Samurai versus Masayoshi Motegi, I think.
El Samurai's never honestly been a favorite of mine, even as prolific as he was in this era.
That is because
I don't know what it is about him.
He is not very good.
Well, I agree, but he does have a very good match later on.
Yes, he does.
He also has a very cool mask, but
this is his best mask. I like
Yes.
this like more lucha style one. He gets like one later on that has like a molded like helmet, which I don't like that much. But like he has such long hair that's like so clearly sticking out of it. It's an interesting look, I think. But like Samurai is kind of like nobody's favorite 90s New Japan Junior. And Motegi, from what I can tell, is pretty much like just a lifelong just a guy. He's billed here as being from the Social Progress Wrestling Federation, which I've literally never heard of in my entire life.
What on earth does that mean?
Before
that sounds like an awesome wrestling promotion.
I know, right? Like, hey. But apparently he's mostly better known. He's had stints in Big Japan and Wing as well. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they do try to work it a little bit to get the crowd in. I mean, but neither of them are super crowd favorites either. Um, there's a pile driver from Samurai that comes way too early. There's a backdrop suplex from Samurai that's also way too early. Um, they get in head scissors on the ground, and Samurai lets him up to get into a pretty rough looking tombstone that he like holds onto him for the impact, and the crowd does like that. Teji backs away from a couple of Samurai's drop kicks. And he gets thrown to the outside. Then you get the suicidas and all that. Um, uh, and then they get back in the ring. Teji hits this like weird flipping kick kind of thing. I think it was just a botched Tijeras attempt. And then Samurai Bomb for the win.
Pretty good. I mean, it's definitely like lower tier of that first round. Yeah, I saw this, and then especially seeing Samurai come out, which we'll get to later, I was like, what a bomb. But,
for sure. Now this one is, I think, maybe actually the most underwhelming match on the card. Negro Casas
yes.
versus Ricky Fuji. I'm curious. Did you guys know anything about Ricky Fuji?
I don't know shit about Ricky Fuji.
I was like, ooh, is Negro Casas gonna win? And then he lost. I was like, ah, man.
And then he lost in like 5 minutes. It's like the shortest on the card. So Ricky Fuji is an FMW guy.
Yes.
And his whole gimmick basically is that he is Japanese Shawn Michaels. Like literally, I'm not even kidding. That was like legit what he was going for. But he is a little freak, and I do kind of love him. But it is disappointing because like this is sort of like prime Negro Casas era, and Negro Casas is a fucking like all time great, and he's like kind of forced to job to this bum. Casa mostly it's just that he can't quite get a quesadora attempt in. He goes up for a senton, only to another senton, just misses Ricky completely, and then Ricky hooks Casas arms in for a tiger driver for the win, which the announcers really emphasize, like, holy shit, he hit the tiger driver. So that's interesting that has already become such a kind of like big dangerous move. And then now we get into real stuff. I really like this one. Hayabusa versus Jushin Liger.
Yeah. This cool that Hayabusa got this spot. I mean, obviously he was on fire at the time. But he ended up working more All Japan than New Japan later on in his career, so it's cool to see him in this context. I mean, obviously, Seth, like, that was his secondary promotion from FMW. I don't mean he moved there. But, I like this one, too. I just thought their styles clashed in a super fucking cool way. I think, funnily enough, I actually switched to looking at the... I did switch to looking at the inmates for this one because it's such a long card. I couldn't remember what happened when. But, I don't know. I think it's cool. I always like matches that are a little bit rougher around the edges like this. This wasn't a picture-perfect spot fest. But I don't know. Yeah, they do fuck up some stuff. But there's nothing wrong with that. And like we'll talk about later, art possibly maybe fucking up some stuff can lead to the most iconic moment of this entire show. Whether or not that was intentional or not, we'll talk about in a second. But yeah, I mean, botching is good. It can be when it makes something feel a little bit more realistic, and makes it feel like this tournament is it gives it stakes. Makes it feel like these guys are really putting it all out there, and things can happen. There's drama in it. I don't know. I like it, and I like this one. I like I like that Hayabusa brought his best to the current, god of junior heavyweight wrestling and came up just a little bit short. So it's cool.
Right,
I just tried to. Oh, I'm sorry.
you got it. Go ahead, Cooper.
Thank you for forgiving me being the interrupting ass motherfucker for once. When I was watching, I was like trying to put myself in the headspace of like, if I'm like a New Japan fan at this, if I'm a filthy casual at this time in Japan, I only watch the Big Show. I only watch New Japan. And I don't know shit about what's going on in these little deathmatch shindies down there. And I see this introduction to Hayabusa for the first time. I am like seeing, I don't know, I might be like how I felt seeing like Osprey the first time. It's like kind of the closest thing I can really compare it to
Sure,
in modern context.
Yeah.
Just something absolutely outside like what you thought was possible in the ring, yeah.
It's insane, man. I mean, the big thing I took away from this show is like we used to have it so much better when we had a crowd that actually cared, man. Like the way the crowd reacts to this match is insane. Hayabusa also, it's funny you call him Young Osprey. He has his shorter hair there, and he does like at times, especially later on when he gets like kind of frayed, looks like Osprey hair. It looks like Osprey when he wore the Hayabusa mask. Everything. I don't know. I agree with Jack where like the botch kind of makes a match better for me. But I don't know, man. It was awesome. I don't know what else to say other than this was awesome. Like if you haven't seen it,
awesome.
Do yourself.
This was awesome.
It is like the start of this is such a massive aura farm for Hayabusa. I just want to say that.
Yes.
He attacks Liger before the bell rings. All right, and the audience gasps. They're like, "Holy shit, what's happening?" And he gets that massive, like, stalling swanton dive where he rotates at the very last second with his robe still on.
Yep.
And it stays on him perfectly when he lands. A shotgun drop kick to the back of Liger's head, and, like, automatically everybody's into it. They get in the ring itself. There's those classic like savate kicks that Hayabusa throws, and then you map those up with Liger's like capo kicks, moonsault directly on top of Liger's head that only gets a 2. Hayabusa, I think, like tries for a reverse like Hurricane Rana kind of spin from the top rope, but he can't quite land it flush. And so, like, him and Liger just kind of, like, crumple down on top of each other. Pretty messy, but that's the kind of, like, just the real, like, high-intensity kind of, like, fight feel that it has. Hayabusa goes up for a shooting star, misses completely, eats shit. Liger Bomb only gets a 2. And then... like the real big spot here, Hayabusa fights Liger off the top. He goes off for a drop kick, but he gets caught with a powerbomb counter, and then boom, Fisherman Buster, 1, 2, 3, it's done. And he just came up just short of what he could do. So,
and we got show of respect after the match too, with Liger putting him over huge.
Yeah, definitely. Then we are in the second round of the night with... What are you shaking your head for?
Terrorism wins.
You're talking about the same match, right?
Yes.
You're talking about Gato and Super Delphin?
Yes.
He loves Super Delphin.
I love Super Delphin.
That's true. I just know that you love Bloody Hands Gato too. So.
I jokingly love Bloody Hands Gato.
What? I genuinely love Bloody Hands.
I do love Bloody Hands.
Tournament.
He has a good tournament, but I'd rather see Super Delphin get farther. I think that's
true.
I also just like I don't know. I saw Gato and I'm like, oh yeah, he's definitely going to be out the first round. And I was like, what? Every time he kept winning, I was
taking
like,
it all the way.
Yeah, I was so confused. I was so...
For all you knew, Gato might have been the big victor.
The Gato Revolution, Logan. So yeah, both of these guys kind of snuck their way in. Delphin got his leg worked a lot in the last match, and only got it with the Delphin clutch, which is sort of a sneaky asshole way to move. And of course, Gato has that snap power slam. So, but yeah, and you could tell like they're both like really cocky and get on each other's nerves. Delphin is giving Gato punches in the corner, and Gato grabs his wrist, pulls him in, and drops him down into an atomic drop. So that tells you what kind of wrestler Gato will be for the rest of his career. Gato tries to cut off Delphin's momentum with lariat in the corner. He gets him up in one-winged angel position, but Delphin rolls through with it. Snap power slam only gets a 2 this time. Moonsault from Gato, but Delphin is still in it, and he crucifixes Gato for 2 himself. Saito suplex into the big elbow. Delphin tries for the Delphin clutch, but Gato rolls just a little bit further with it and rolls him up for the win. So still, a tricky little bastard is little tiny baby Gato. So then up next, this one. Okay, we're gonna talk about this one for a little bit. Wild Pegasus versus Black Tiger. Chris Benoit versus Eddie Guerrero. It's not good. Not good.
Dude, do you think so? I don't remember anything that offensive about it, but I mean,
it's not offensive, but it's just not good.
Can you explain? Actually, this is a good time to explain before we get into the match. Cooper, can you explain why Benoit and Sasuke were awarded the buys? Why did this happen? I don't know why this happened. Why did they get a buy in this tournament?
I don't either. I think that's like you have to have 2 buys if you're having a 14-man tournament. So,
okay, cool.
Yeah. So they look. I know this because I watched ECW One Night Stand 2005 a number of times in my life, and so I have seen the Chris Benoit Eddie Guerrero match a lot before, and I know that they never have good chemistry together. I just don't think, which is funny because they are so intrinsically like linked.
Yeah, famously, linked. Yeah.
But like, I think it's just a matter like you could be really good friends with somebody, but not be good like coworkers with them. And that's I think kind of the vibe here. But this is like I said, this is very like they might have maybe just met each other. And still, I just don't think really there's much there. Benoit, because we'll just spoiler alert, he fucking wins this whole thing. I mean, it's tough, isn't it? Obviously, murder, right? Fucking is a piece of shit. Murderer. Later on in his life, not at this point, but and there's been a kind of I don't have to tell if anybody's listening to this show, they
3 hours and 30 minutes in now.
Right, you're a big enough wrestling fan to know about the debate as much as there is one about Chris Benoit and his legacy and whatever the fuck. My stance, he was good as a wrestler, not good enough to make me not hate watching any of his matches now with the knowledge of what he did. So, if Mitsuharu Misawa like murdered his wife and child, like
it'd be the same way.
Maybe we would have a discussion about it, but this guy, I don't think so. So this match itself, I think they take too long. I think that Pegasus Benoit in particular does not. I mean, he really is a charisma vacuum at this point, especially.
Yeah. That's true of a few people, that we'd obviously see grow and change later on. It's in this tournament.
Yeah. And he had just come out from under the mask from the Wild Pegasus gimmick, so maybe that's like a little bit of it. And still getting used to kind of like expressing himself to a crowd.
Sure.
But I think Eddie is definitely, the stronger participant here. I'm trying to think of, I'm looking through my notes right now, and I made a lot of notes, but I just don't really know. Oh, Tiger puts him in the camel clutch at one point, the move famously that the Guerreros invented. Tiger starts throwing knees in close quarters, in the clinch, what did I say? And he goes up to the top rope, nearly eats shit, but Benoit holds him up. Brainbuster, but Tiger waits too long and tries to get Pegasus in the corner for the DDT, and I've written here, and Pegasus yeets him off, is what I said. So I wrote these notes very late at night. Pegasus gets pushed off the top, and Tiger flies towards him, but Pegasus gets a surprise arm drag counter straight into a pin. It's a weird finish too. Like, he wins off an arm drag. So, just a weird match, and a weird night to keep watching Chris Benoit. So, but we've only got one more for him. So, and up next, El Samurai versus the Great Sasuke. This match fucking rocks.
Sasuke
fucking rocks. So, I love Great Sasuke so much, dude.
It is so funny. Earlier we were like talking about Samurai's mask and like how the first one was better. Well, you know why he's wearing that second one. There is no way Sasuke said, "You are not wearing red and black, brother. You have to change your mask right now."
Nobody else changes their mask except for Samurai.
Well, I think Delphin might have, but...
Oh, yeah. Delphin's, I think, is like a little... It's like the blue and the orange.
But that's because Delphin's sweet. But, like, he was like, bro is wearing black and red, but he said, "Nah, bro, you gotta do the tropical blue mask because you could not be wearing the same thing as me, brother."
Yeah, man. Sasuke, I mean, he's an icon for a reason. He's fucking crazy. Like, he's legitimately like a fucking insane person. He heard God talk to him and tell him to form a lucha libre promotion in Japan. Like, that's who we're talking about. And he was already like, he created this kind of national wrestling movement out of a little indie. I mean, it's the closest thing to it is ECW in the States, like, for in terms of impact. So, this starts off hot right now. The crowd is 100% behind Sasuke. They pick the legs, as a lot of guys do in this tournament. Samurai, at one point, and in this kind of opening, grappling exchange, as he's focusing on Sasuke's leg, he gets him in the stump puller, which I think is an underrated submission move that more people should do. And he really fucking like wrenches his leg back, like nearly behind his head. And as he's doing this, Sasuke's kind of like splayed out on the ground, and the camera gets a real nice close up shot of the Great Sasuke's dick print showing through his pants. So we've seen a lot of the great Sasuke tonight. Samurai rolls to the outside. Sasuke, like, kind of, you can see him like gear up for a little bit, but he waits and he like stops himself mid run until Samurai is right in the perfect position. Then he goes back to the ropes. Boom! Sasuke special. The best fucking outside move maybe in.
So good.
Yeah. It works every single time. They're back in the ring. Rolling thunder kick from Sasuke. Samurai sends him to the outside, hits a tope on Hilo. This is where Sasuke gets a little pep talk from Taka on the outside. Samurai goes up and lands a flying headbutt that looks pretty gross. Only a 2 for that one, though. They get back up, and it's big move after big move. Rolling thunder kick, samurai bomb. Only 2 counts for all of them. Hurricane Rana attempt from Samurai that Sasuke rolls through into a tight leverage pin to get the win. And it's a lot more competitive than I thought it would be. I had underestimated El Samurai, definitely. And it's probably the best El Samurai match I've ever seen. But he's in there with one of the goats.
For sure. One of the people that they sold into the building on Liger and Sasuke. They can't hold them both, But yeah, I was like, after that first Cell Samurai match, I'm like, oh, I gotta watch this guy again. And then I was like, whoa, I gotta watch this guy again after this match. I was like, that's so sick, man. I don't know. I think this might have been... It's hard to say, but this was the match I think I was most locked in for. Honestly, like, it was the one that drew me in the most. Which is, I feel like, sacrilege to say for...
some of the match later, but it's a good match.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty amazing. Sasuke is just great, man. Isn't he great?
Yeah.
He's so good.
It's a very singular type of wrestler.
Yeah.
He's also insane, which is always the best wrestler. Like when he parodied the Trump shooting at the Michinoku Pro.
That's right. Yes. It's still going to this day.
We need to do a Space Wars show or Star Wars show.
That sounds fun until you watch them. Until you actually sit down to watch the whole thing. They are long. The Great Space Wars. So up next, Jushin Liger versus Ricky Fuji. I'm not gonna say too much about this one. It's pretty perfunctory. The code of honor is upheld. Both men shake before the match. And Liger fucking lands a coup de grace.
Yes,
Ricky Fuji
dude,
from the top rope
dude,
onto
the outside. Dude, I was like, bro. Dude, when I saw that, I like replayed it like 3 times. Like, I could not believe my eyes. He didn't even jump. He just like stepped off the top rope and just landed directly on his stomach. It looked brutal.
It was absolutely insane.
You're just fucking synced right down into it, man. But yeah, Fuji sets Liger up to the top rope. He gets slapped in the face for his troubles. Liger hits a flying Hurricane Rana and rolls through into a pin. And then it's 1, 2, 3. Not terribly exciting, but it serves its purpose. Fuji bows to Liger afterwards and raises his hand. Once again, Liger trying to put over the young talent. And then this is a weird matchup too. Wild Pegasus versus Gato.
See, now imagine if we had Super Delphin here and he won.
That's right. Wild Pegasus versus Super Delphin.
Just saying that sounds wrong.
Yeah. Really, there's no good way to match up him in this tournament that doesn't sound just weird.
Yeah.
I like this one better than the Black Tiger match. I'll tell you that. But still, I struggle with Benoit. Even if I'm separating as best I can in my head. So I do like how Gato shouts "Ask him" at the ref as he has Benoit's arm strapped behind his back. He moonsaults onto Wild Pegasus on the outside and nearly misses him. A lot of like swinging from Benoit. He's trying to strike a lot at Gato, which is understandable because Gato's an annoying little prick. And eventually he gets a powerbomb in and lays Gato down in perfect position for a really disgusting flying headbutt. So, you know, don't like that move. Don't like that move from this guy. Jushin Thunder Liger versus the Great Sasuke.
Yeah.
This is it. Yeah. This is the game. This is why we are fucking here.
This is the real fucking match. Oh my god. This is so goddamn good.
I can't believe it's not the final.
This is one of my favorite junior heavyweight matches of all time. And it is, it's in a short little package. It's sub 20 minutes, but this is everything I love about Liger, everything I love about Sasuke, everything I love about, one of my favorite Puro tropes, like homegrown guy versus the outsider. But it's so fun that Liger, it's flipped, even though it's in New Japan, since this is like the New Japan fans are starting to sort of fall in love with these indie guys just throughout the duration of this one event. And and I'm sure that's generalizing. I'm sure plenty of people knew who Sasuke was. I mean, but in the context of this show, like Sasuke came in as an unknown and is winning the people over to the point where Liger is starting to get shit for treating him like an asshole, which he is doing. And it is so fun. Oh my, like the dynamics of this match are just great. Liger like completely looks down on the guy, which is funny because like you said, he created the idea for this whole thing. But he is, he's the king of junior heavyweight wrestling and he's in his own domain, so of course he would. He thinks it's going to be not an easy victory, but he fully intends to win this tournament that he created. So, yeah, it's pure. I mean, it's just the pacing is great. They're in sync with each other. It's awesome. The near falls are epic. It's just, man, it's so good. One thing I think is funny about all these matches is that it's like it's like an identical soundbite every single near fall. Did y'all?
Yeah.
Every time it's like a striker, it's always like oh, in the exact same way. But it's good though. It's the energy is great.
Yeah. One of my favorite parts in this whole match, until the big one at the end. Is like pretty early on. Liger does this really quick, snappy capo kick right to Sasuke's head, and Sasuke is out like light, like he is knocked the fuck out. And Tiger Hattori is like trying to tend to him. Liger, of course, is pushing, and Tiger has to shove him away. And of course, the crowd eats that up. But I love just this tiny little bit, and it's probably selling, obviously, from Sasuke. But to like check on him, Hattori like lifts his head up and drops him, and he just clonks down. It was like such a like visceral kind of reaction for me. Is like, oh, that guy is fucking done. And then Liger, of course, pounces on him the second that he even slightly can. And he gets him that like chicken wing with the body scissors, which all due respect to Bob Backlund, absolutely. But yeah, like Liger's so mean in this, and Sasuke really is kind of like this like folk hero, kind of like rising up from the bottom.
It's a serious underdog story. It's awesome.
Yeah.
And the finish.
The finish is so
Yeah,
good.
let's just fucking talk about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, Sasuke he's on the outside and goes for a springboard dive into the ring. And he fucking loses his footing, slips, eats shit.
Total.
Right
right
on
on his face.
Yes. And Liger fucking breaks. And he is laughing his ass off. Fucking he claps for him. He like gestures to him from the audience like, look at this fucking guy. And Sasuke pops right back up. Frankensteiner catches the leg. 1, 2, 3. There's something so...
And he spikes the shit out.
Yeah, too. He
Oh, yeah.
dropped him directly on his head.
Yeah. There's something so beautiful about the uncertainty. To this day, I've never gotten a definitive answer as to whether or not this was planned. and I kind of want to keep it that way. I think it's better for me to keep it the magic that maybe, just maybe, that this was not how it was supposed to go, or that it was how it was supposed to go, and they planned through the idea that, okay, well, Sasuke can't just straight up beat Liger, if they're going strength for strength, ability for ability. So he has to get really creative with this, and so he has to lean into the idea that Liger underestimates him and thinks that he's a fucking indie bum, and he'll purposely botch his big shit. Like, his whole thing is springboards and flips and all that kind of shit. And he fucking misses it on the grandest stage of his career. What are the fucking odds? And he takes advantage of it. It's so good. It's like, I don't know how else to tell you that it's good.
No, it's just it really is. Yeah, I mean, it's the perfect sort of, and it's the great way for this to end Liger's run in the tournament. Like, I mean, he got he was too full of himself, and this new rising star in junior heavyweight wrestling, this guy, like you said, who'd sort of pioneered the popular indie style that was just as much leading the charge. He got one over on him in the most unexpected of ways. It's awesome, and I love just the mystique around, like, whether or not this was on purpose or whether or not, it was just made up right there on the fly. Obviously, in real life. And whether, some people think like some people don't like it, which is ridiculous, obviously, but it is.
Yeah, dumb and wrong.
Yeah, dumb and wrong, for sure. But it's cool. It's cool when, wrestling can sort of capture your imagination like that. It's magic.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah.
But
right, exactly.
Spiked him. No, you guys said it better than I could. The finish was goated. I've seen like parts of these matches before, and it's been a long time. So whenever he ate, I was kind of laughing. All of a sudden, I just like blinked, and all of a sudden, oh my god! Spiked him, directly on his head. He eats just, I don't know. I think he shoot it on Liger. That's my theory. That's what I like to think. I think that's the funniest option. Imagine if that would have been the final.
Book me to lose.
Yeah, you could book me to lose. I have to. And imagine if that would have been the finals instead of what we had next.
Oh my god, yeah. It does kind of put a damn squib on it for me. But yeah, so of course, that was only the semis. We still have one more match left to go. Who should come out but fucking murderer ass Chris Benoit? He walks out and
There is.
doesn't even feel slightly fair. Sasuke has just composed himself after wrestling a whole fucking 20-minute sprint with Liger. But and it really is the biggest match of both of these guys' careers up to this point. And they both look really hungry for it. Pegasus is kind of more hesitant. He doesn't like immediately like pounce for Sasuke in quite the way that like I think he maybe should have. But you know, there's some kind of mutual respect here. You know, he just layers him with these big chops, and you can see kind of the sweat fly off from his robes. Sasuke finally, you know, he gets up from the real big comeback spot is, you know, Pegasus is chopping him in the corner, and Sasuke catches him, whips him into the opposite corner, runs up his body, backflips, leapfrogs over him. Pegasus tries to double leg it, and you know, set him up into the sharpshooter, I assume. But Sasuke twists him off. Savate kick, hits a plancha, or no, nearly hits a plancha, but Pegasus like stops, you know, midway when he notices that he's gone, and that gives the audience a little bit of breathing room to, you know, go clap and cheer and go, "Oh my God, Sasuke's back in the fight now." Pegasus goes up, hits that horrible fucking flying headbutt, really flush, but you know, only gets a 2 for it. Hits his power bomb, and Sasuke still kicks out. Scorpion Deathlock, or the sharpshooter, for Pegasus. But he lets go of it, because I think it's pretty clear at this point that Sasuke would not have tapped out under any circumstance. Savate kick from Sasuke, and Pegasus is outside, and he looks really, really tired, and you can see him take a big, deep breath before he runs to the ropes and jumps into place for the Sasuke special. You see at this point, too, everybody's out at ringside, including Super Delphin, who has that shit on.
Yes.
He's got this fucking comfy looking tie-dye blue and white hoodie, gray Zubaz. I put in my notes, sheesh. Oh my God, just an iconic look from Delphin. Drop kick from off the top rope to the outside from Great Sasuke. Fucking, I cannot even imagine the sound that his hip must have made on that floor. If you've ever seen Great Sasuke try to walk now, you understand why that is a bad move and he should not have done.
Yeah, a lot of the Asylum's comments were, I think Sasuke wanted that kick back. I think he wanted that missile drop kick back. If he could redo it, he would not do that move.
Yeah, real bad. They're both up on the top rope, and Benoit grabs a hold of Sasuke's wrist, gut wrench him up, and tosses him in kind of a side to side suplex from off the top rope, and gets the win. I just put at the very end of my notes here, man, what a fucking night.
I do think the main thing I took away from this match, obviously, it was great, though sadly there was a person in it that I don't like, for obvious reasons. Somebody, Tommy Billington, wink wink nudge nudge, should steal that gut wrench suplex off the top as a super finisher.
Yeah, it's a pretty killer looking move.
I feel like it's something you don't see very often.
Yeah,
like a gut
it's safer than a fucking flying headbutt, I think.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it's not something that like I don't think like wrestlers should use regularly, but I think somebody should start using that, every once in a while. Like a Billington, someone that's more of like a straight like I don't think a Lee Moriarty would be hitting that move, but Roderick Strong should hit that more often. That's who I think should let John Moxley hit it one time. But yeah, we had one extra thing, but we're already at 4 hours, so I'm gonna leave.
Let's not.
Yeah. For next week, we'll leave you with this. After all the Super J Cup, we are going to book a modern day one, each of us, and you'll get to hear about all that next week. And you'll get.
I've got my group already.
Oh, you have your group ready?
I'll save it for next week.
I was say. I mean, brother, we're at 4 hours.
No,
It's bedtime.
I'm ready to.
But
Ready to hit the hay.
with that being said, Thank you for listening to Strong Style, a pro wrestling podcast. That has been it for us this week. We'll be back next week with another few hours, hopefully not full, of rousing wrestling content. If you want to follow us on social media, you can follow us at Strong Style on Twitter. You can follow me at Logan Hurston. You can follow Jack at Average Star. Cooper doesn't have social media, but Cooper, any last words?
To quote great Twitter user Lizzie Flanagan, "Tell me Chris Benoit is better than Bob Backlund, and I'll beat the shit."
Real and true. You can follow us on all your podcast players of choice. If you're on YouTube, please like, subscribe, share, comment. And if you are listening in India, we love you especially. That has been it for us. Goodbye. Mwah. And good night. Bang.